Like, I got
On the
confused.
silent
We
river.
are live, finally. We're finally live. That take a while. I apologize, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for tuning in and everything else. Make sure you tag, like, and subscribe if you are listening to this yet. Make sure you share it out to the world. Today, we're going to be talking about Pastafarianism. And before we do that, we would like to do a little disclaimer. Pink Sock Podcast, this ain't your grandma's podcast. Unless she's into some humor, edgy discussion, and the occasional cuss word. If she is, invite her. We love grandmas with attitude. I think they're kind of hot. Was that the Bible?
That is the gospel of the flying spaghetti monster.
Oh, you have the actual physical book. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I've
my
been taking some notes. So
damn, you came
just to
prepared,
make
guys.
sure I knew what I was doing.
Don't touch that dial because we are going to be talking about it soon. Grab your colanders and go through the journey of the flying spaghetti monster with us.
Yes.
What's going on here? Oh, here it is.
Pink Sock Podcast, your go-to destination for a wild and unpredictable ride through the realms of music, comedy, cannabis culture, and beyond. With your host,
Can they hear us?
the fearless, the irreverent, Mike Usenik, presenting
recording
eclectic,
kind of
entertaining, enlightening, surprising content.
Stopped on us. Of course,
join in the fun.
We are live. We tried doing a little intro. We tried being cool, but it didn't happen. I don't know if you guys heard us or not, but we was talking shit back there. How is everyone doing tonight? This is going to be an incredible episode because I am all for religious talk and banter. However, this is something I am unfamiliar with. This is uncharted territory, I must say, because I'm all for the taboo topic. I'm all for all this other shit. But Pastafarianism is a very interesting religion to me, and I know that you are an ordained minister in the Church of Pastafarian, or the Church of the Flying
Church of the
Spaghetti
Flying
Monster.
Spaghetti Monster, yeah. FSM.
So, yeah, EDM or whatever it is.
FSM.
FSM. So do you want to tell us a little bit of the origins of the flying spaghetti monster, what you guys believe in? Like what the hell's going on there?
Well, the Flying Spaghetti Monster was created by Bobby Henderson in college. It was like a whole thesis thing, and they created a religion, and it just kind of snowballed into this amazing thing where it it is a joke on religion, but at the same time it's good-hearted.
It's I'm sorry, but it's kind of funny because I was reading some of that Bible, the Bible of the
Mhm.
what is it called? The Gospel of the Flying
The
Spaghetti Monster. I read
Gospel
some
of the
of it.
Flying Spaghetti Monster, yeah.
I can't wait for the New Testament. It's going to be a joyride because the Old Testament is great.
Yeah,
But you guys also believe in you believe that we evolved from pirates, not primates, because pirates are like more believable because our DNA, like we're more genetically related. Is
exactly.
that correct?
We're 95% same DNA as chimps, but we're
Yeah.
99.9% the same DNA as pirates. So
Damn,
tell me
that is damn
what
near.
makes more sense as to where we came from, right? And with the lack of
I think I might
pirates,
become a pastafarian.
the FSM is not happy with that. And so comes like hurricanes and tsunamis and all these earthquakes that we're seeing more and more often. The global warming in general, like it's all related to the lack of pirates.
That makes a lot of sense because if you think about it, man, like pirates were badass, but like, is it like, do you guys like worship Johnny Depp because he was a pirate one time? You like your god?
He's not a god, but he's a good guy.
He's a prophet.
Like
He's a,
Ramen.
he's a
Yeah.
yeah. Captain Jack Sparrow is like one of your like wise men.
Wise
Um,
men's, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So you got to tell me though about this thing. Your church, like which Olive Garden do you typically meet at? Like, is that your like church?
The
Is
one
that
on
like
Main Street.
you know what scary thought is like every town has a main street,
I know.
but not every main street has an Olive Garden, and that's where things are going wrong. Y'all need
Oh,
spaghetti. Y'all need sketty. Y'all,
yeah,
y'all motherfuckers need
it's true.
spaghetti. Y'all need noodly Jesus. So did he die for your
Did
sins? Is that a fact? Or
not really. Now, did you make it to the holidays?
no, I didn't read the holidays. So tell us, every Friday is a
No.
holiday. I knew that much.
Yeah, every Friday is a holiday, but we'll start off with Passover. Um,
Pasta
it's
over.
passed over, but during this time, Pastafarians across the globe are encouraged to eat copious amounts of pasta, usually spaghetti, which is cooked in his image by family members dressed as pirates. So that's a fun
Is
one.
that like your Christmas? Like
Passover's like a version of a Jewish holiday, Passover.
oh,
And then we
oh
have
yeah. Yeah, I
Ramadan.
so Rom
Ramadan,
continue.
which is, of course, after the Islamic period of fasting, prayer, and charity known as Ramadan. Ramadan comes around the same time as Ramadan. And indeed, the two holiday periods have their similarities. One of the major differences between the two, however, is the Pastafarians do not fast or pray, as doing so would conflict with their flimsy moral standards. Instead, Pastafarians spend a few days of the month eating only ramen noodles and remembering back to their days as starving college students. This simple
But
act teaches Pastafarians to be happy about what they've accomplished. And if they haven't accomplished anything yet, to at least be happy that they are Pastafarians.
so this is like a poor man's holiday. Like you just eat ramen noodles. Like
Yeah,
that's takes me
yeah,
back to poverty.
yeah, exactly.
That's
Um,
cool. Oh, by the
we
way,
of course
guys, if
have
you want to join us,
Halloween. Oh, I'm sorry.
hold on one second. If you guys want to join us, have any questions for
Hey, Carrie.
hi Carrie, hi Joe. If you guys have any questions for the Pastafarian, and yeah, if you have any questions, sorry, I was reading Carrie's message. If you have any questions for the Pastafarian, which is Pink, come on. There's a link, invite to everyone in the description. Anyone's
Yeah,
welcome.
come
This is
join
what this is
us.
about. It's a hangout. All right, go ahead and continue with your religion.
So we
Check
have
it out.
Halloween, right? Because you can dress up as pirates, and that helps with global warming.
Yeah, it
Um,
does.
we have International Talk Like a Pirate Day. That's every
Really?
September 19th. Yeah, it is a day. Every September 19th. And then we have Friday. That's the holiest of the Pastafarian holidays. Takes place
Just
every
Friday?
week. Yeah. And then the last holiday is holiday. and that encompasses pretty much all of the big commercial holidays celebrated by other religions.
So
Holiday
I got a question.
stretches over most of December and January.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys like racist against like people with celiac disease or like a gluten intolerance, or do you have like options for them?
That's a hard thing to answer. I would say probably they are just not as touched by his noodly appendage. Maybe they're gingers or something like that. You know, because gingers are always like the ginger stepchild.
Uh to my gingers out there, I don't support any of this.
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking.
They ain't got souls. But the whole
It's true.
but do gluten-free pasta count? Because some of it's made from almonds or whatever, or
Um,
the
I
tears
would
of
say it
yeah.
counts. Like
Okay.
it's not wheat based and it's not rice based, but that's okay because like Western culture looks at the noodly appendage as being wheat based, but Eastern cultures view it as rice usually or
Yeah,
buckwheat.
buckwheat. That's like an ancient grain, ain't it?
Yeah.
Like that's one of them grains I think like my great 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 grandmother went to school with. Like that's how old that grain is.
Yeah.
So this is wild though. Like continue. My dad has celiac, and I
Okay.
was just making sure that if he wanted to partake, you can go ahead.
Yeah, well, definitely.
It's the
Um,
rest of the holidays, man. This is cool. I love it.
did you
Well,
know that our heaven has a beer volcano and a stripper factory?
I need you to
And
elaborate. I need you to elaborate. What the fuck is a stripper factory? Like, are you like creating strippers?
yeah, it just pumps strippers out. And
Is that how strippers are made?
I guess they're not really people.
Or is that
No,
just in
I'm
heaven?
joking. Um, well, just in heaven. Like they're just like, you know, um, they're animatronics. That's what word I'm looking for. What the
Carrie,
hell?
like, what the hell?
Yeah. So
But
heaven has beer volcanoes and stripper factories, and hell has a flat volcano and a stripper factory that has STDs.
not all strippers have STDs, man. I got a lot of stripper friends that don't. I
No, but
don't
in
think.
hell, the
Oh, in
ones
your hell.
that come
Okay, I
out of the
skipped that part,
factory, yeah, the factory ones have STDs.
man. So it just like creates people from like my area. That's cool. That's
How do I get in the box? Carrie wants to join us.
so I don't know. It's fucking weird to me. Like, so your hell has a stripper factory too, but it has STDs. What kind? Like, is it really like that torturous? Like, is it
I
like a
mean,
herpy that maybe like you
I
can live
think it's
with?
just kind of like luck of the draw, you know? Like what kind of straw did you pull? You pulled craps. Um,
So, like for somebody like Charlie Sheen, it wouldn't be much of a punishment because they already have them all while they're alive. So it's like
yeah.
1 in 6 has genital warts. HPV, bro. Uh, but anyway, there's no STDs in your heaven. I don't think any other religion covers whether or not STDs exist in their heaven or hell, man. Like I think that's new. I think it's groundbreaking, really, that your religion covers that. What else does your religion cover that none other does?
Well, I printed off the I really rather you didn't.
Let's do this.
All right.
Explain what they are first. Explain what they are. I'm gonna make you big again here.
So I'm all big. The New Testament or the New Testament or maybe the Old Testament. I don't know. I should know this because I was raised Roman Catholic.
So
Um,
is it still AC and BC, like after colander, before colander?
yeah, of course. Um, but they had the tablet thing
Yeah.
had like what you're not allowed to do. It's like don't covet thy neighbor, don't steal, don't
Yeah, don't fuck your neighbor's wife or
be an
whatever it says.
adulterer. Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's all those things.
You know what's
So
weird about that to me? Hold on, Pink. You know what's weird to that to me? It says don't
what?
sleep with your neighbor's wife, but it says nothing about like somebody in the different neighborhood, or it just says your neighbor. Like I can go down the
Yeah,
block to somebody
just
who
go
isn't my
like
neighbor and bang his
to
wife. I just can't.
yeah, go down the cul-de-sac.
But continue. Sorry. My neighbor's just a
Oh,
good
that's
person. I'm
okay.
not supposed to sleep with his wife. I can just sleep with somebody else's.
Um,
Continue.
I'd really rather you didn't act like a sanctimonious, holier than thou ass when describing my noodly goodness. If some people don't believe in me, that's okay. Really, I'm not that vain. Besides, this isn't about them, so don't change the subject. Number two, I'd really rather you didn't use my existence as a means to oppress, subjugate, punish, and or, be mean to others. I don't require sacrifices, and purity is for drinking water, not people. I'd really
Man.
rather you didn't judge people for the way they look, dress, the way they talk, or, well, just play nice. Women equal people. Man equal people. Samesies. I'd really rather you didn't indulge in conduct that offends yourself or your willing, consenting partner of legal age and mental maturity. I'd really rather you didn't challenge the bigoted I'm so bad with that word, I'm gonna skip it. Hateful ideas of others on an empty stomach. Eat, then go after them, bitches.
Oh shit.
I'd really rather you didn't build multi-million dollar churches in my name. Spend the money on a better task. Take your pick. Ending poverty, curing diseases, lowering the cost of cable. I'd really rather you didn't go around telling people that I talked to you. You're not that interesting. Get over yourself.
Wow.
And the last
You don't
one,
talk to you?
no. I'm not I'm not above pirate level. I'd really
Oh,
rather
okay.
you didn't do unto others as you would have them do unto you if you were into stuff that uses a lot of leather, lubricant, Las Vegas. If the other person is into it, however, have at it. Take pictures, and for the love of Mike, wear a condom. Right.
Oh, ramen. Ramen. How does one become a member of the Church of
The Flying
uh
Spaghetti Monster?
yeah. I'm sorry, it's too ridiculous. I can't get it out of my mouth. But I like it.
That's fair. How does one become a member? I mean, it's the same as any religion in the sense that you can self-proclaim that you are such a thing. But to become an ordained minister, I believe it's about $60 to get like a little card that you can carry around in your wallet and then a framed
So is that
um
all it takes to be an ordained minister? Because I thought like ordained ministers were like religious ass people, like on a secular level, and they were able to marry people and all this shit. You mean you just pay sixty
you
dollars?
can marry people to do it. You just have to also make sure that you check with your local area about what it costs like to be an ordained minister in that area because they don't all accept the flying spaghetti monster, unfortunately.
Why not? Like, isn't that illegal, man? Because you're supposed to separate church and state.
Right?
You should be able to believe what the fuck you want and be ordained under whatever church you want, man.
There was a gentleman in Australia or New Zealand who fought tooth and nail and won to wear a colander on his head for his legal document pictures.
I've seen that. He sued. And
Yeah,
rightfully so. I mean, I'm not here to bash anyone's religion, really, but we should all have the freedom to whatever the fuck we believe in. You shouldn't be an asshole and be like, oh, your religion ain't true because blah, 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 blah. None of us really know what's true and what's not. We don't know if religions are even true. We don't know. So we just stick with what our belief
exactly.
system is. Stick to what our belief system is. We shouldn't judge somebody else's belief system just because it's weird to us.
I think a belief system that in its whole just wants you to be nicer to each other.
Yeah.
That's a great religion.
Hank, you
Like
just said in a hole.
I did. I said in a hole. That's what he said or
That's
she
what he
said,
said.
whatever one you
He
want.
said. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. You better,
Yeah.
or you end up with
Oh,
a
but the
fat
he
lip.
said, she said bullshit.
So we do have some like shit up here about they have a website.
Yeah.
The website is flyingspaghetti.com or .org. You're an organization. You're not a company. Sorry. Uh, is there a church domain like .ch
I don't think so.
.god?
God.
www.
Uh,
insert church here .god or lack thereof, like depending on your religion.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, but you guys have like, do you guys have like festivals and shit? Because like, or are you guys just like secluded? Because I've seen pictures. Okay, Carrie's
Well,
almost going
yelled
to
ravioli.
ravioli. You guys have different branches of Pastafarian.
Ravioli is awesome.
Because you know how like Christians have like this way they worship God, and then they go this way with their worship of
Yeah.
God. Is there different branches of Pastafarianism? Like one worships
No.
ravioli, while the other one prefers ramen, and then this one prefers to worship the god of boiled water. Is that your holy water,
We
boiled water?
accept all noodles.
Oh, all noodles are
So
created equal.
potato noodles, like we'll accept anything.
So, do you get baptized in noodle water, like the ramen noodle water with
Pasta
like a chicken
water,
pack?
yeah.
They have a name for that.
Little marinara.
They actually have a name for like pasta water. What do they call it? Fucking disgusting. That's what they. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
It tastes good when you.
slimy.
It's all right if it's got flavoring in it, but
Yeah, you gotta add salt.
what made you discover or decide to do this Pastafarianism shit? Like, what?
Um,
You see like an ad on TV? Like,
well, no. So I like weird books,
yeah, clearly.
and there was an internet guy called Maddox,
Uh-huh.
and he had like a rant site where he just bitched about things, and he ended up making a book called The Alphabet of Manliness. And on there, I think P is for pirates. Um, and then, yeah, I was like super into pirates.
Oh, and then you go
Um,
deep into Pastafarianism.
yeah, because like their symbol is the fish skeleton with the pirate patch, the eye patch. Um, And you can actually get a stencil of that off the website. Yeah, P is for pirates.
P is for pirates. Pirates do go pee.
It's true. Everyone pees, except people with really bad kidneys.
Pioneers. Look at that. Pirates of the Pazan.
But yeah, so I was like, I randomly found this book again, and then I also have another book somewhere that is a great coffee table book called Why Do Men Have Nipples?
What?
And it's like dozens of other questions that you'd only ask your doctor after your third martini.
Have you ever went to your
And
doctor stoned out of your mind?
yeah.
Have you ever done that? That's a weird experience if you have.
Yes, but it was during a pap smear because I thought like it would relax me a little bit more because I don't like them and I get really stressed out. And then I was like getting ready for her to do it, and then she gives me a candy and like slips a candy into my mouth, and I'm like,
That
like
I don't
just
think that
eat
was your
that
doctor.
and
I don't think
focus
that was
on
your
that,
doctor. She slipped something into your mouth. That was Bill Cosby. That wasn't your doctor.
right? No, she
I
gave me like a hard candy.
I wouldn't
Um, it was
I wouldn't
weird,
hung out. I
but
wouldn't
I
hung out
love
with my
her, so I was fine with it.
I went and hung out with my pap smear one day, and he took me fishing, you know what I mean? And he made things
Oh,
weird, so I didn't see my pap smear for the rest of my days, you know what I mean? But that's a different pap smear. Your pap smear was your doctor drugging you with candy and touching you in weird places.
yeah,
But
right.
I think, is it weird for you as a woman when you go do that kind of thing if the doctor's a man? Is that weird?
I've never had a man do it. Oh,
It's
wait, I
like,
have. Then yes, it is.
I bet it would be. That's like kind of weird. Like that's kind of like if you like have like if I had like ball issues or like a penis wart or something, and if they was to like have a woman doctor come in and like make me cough, that's like the game of
Well, they
it's
make
called
there's like chaperones, if that makes sense. So if it's like
chaperone.
if you have a male doctor in the hospital and they need to do a breast exam or anything down there, then they will have some, like a nurse, come stand in the room while they do whatever they have to do. So that way they protect themselves of anything happening.
When you said
Like,
chaperone, I just started laughing because I imagine like a motherfucker showing up with like a plate of cheese and like some pepperonis and shit, like a chaperone at like a dance or something, like coming in, like watching you
okay.
with like a plate of cheese. That's what the chaperones did when I was in high school. Sorry, ADHD brain. What were you saying? What is up, Haley Moss? Thank you for swinging by, Haley. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, guys. We're talking about Pastafarianism, and for some reason, we went down the
Yeah.
rabbit hole of Pink's
Pap
vagina for some reason. She
smears.
always talks about it.
I do.
Pap
I do.
smear.
I want everyone to know it's pretty. But
Your whole nickname is like you're like cocky
I
about it, man.
I am.
Like I don't know.
I'm like, haha, you
Start
said my
start an
vagina.
OnlyFans already if you're gonna brag about it. Now with the Pastafarian shit, I'm gonna get back into that because is there any correlation or connection to like Rastafarians?
Only in
Like
the
any?
sense that we're both chill. Like we're, when you see them,
And
you're always
you
like,
all
oh,
both
those
clearly
people are
smoke
having a
weed.
nice time. Yeah.
You clearly,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Well,
both
I
have
do.
to. Y- Weeds should almost be like made like that is you're like burning bush for the Pastafarian because think about it, like
Can of
you
butter
gotta
for
be
the noodles.
You got to be real like medicated and poor to come up with Pastafarian for your religion. You got to be. That's a stone poor thought. That's you know what? I'm gonna worship
It's
ramen
a good
noodles.
stoner thought.
I'm gonna make the official church of Chipotle. Just you believe it?
Oh my
Diarrhea.
god. My mom. So she's like, comes out when she lived with me for a little bit. She's like, say the most ridiculous things. And the one day she came and I was just done work and I was tired. And she's like, I saw on the Mexican channel that they use chipotle in their tacos. And I was like, Chipotle. And she goes, no, I'm pretty sure they said chipotle. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you didn't watch the Mexican channel. It was the Food Network. And
You
it's
know, that's
like,
kind of an old. I'm sorry, but that is some old ass mentality talking right there. They're like, so I
oh
was watching
yeah,
that Mexican channel the other day, and that chipotle, they
chipotle.
chipotle sounds kind of like a type of potato chip. Like I'm eating some
Okay.
chipotles. Would you like some? They got some tamale or flavoring in it or whatever the fuck. They used to sell tamales like the microwavable ones, but they were like really weird because like they had a really odd texture, almost like wet cardboard. You know what I mean?
I
Like
don't
they
really know what
freaking,
a tamale is.
they're good. You're
What is
Canadian. I
it?
forgot. You guys might not have those over
Yeah,
there. I don't know.
I
You
don't
guys have
think
things we don't.
it's something we eat. Yeah, we have poutine, and you guys don't have that.
I had poutine once, or
Yeah.
twice or three times. It depends on how the woman calls it. A poutine, a punami. Oh, you mean a food? Sorry, poutine.
Yeah.
That sounds
I
like that movie
mean,
that Charlie
French
Sheen was in.
fries. French fries with beef gravy and white mozzarella curds.
Anything from a can is gross, Carrie. Let's just be honest. Unless it's like soup. Uh, it's just like I've seen some weird shit in cans. Like I've seen tamales in cans. I've seen I don't know barbecued unicorn dick in a can once. Which is kind of fucked up. 'Cause I think they're kind of like extinct or endangered or something. They're in danger of something.
I saw a corn cob in like shrink wrap at the dollar store. And it's like you can just buy a single cooked thing of corn on the cob, and it's like, this is weird.
that's how
Like,
you get like
um,
that's how you get herpes or something.
yeah, I'm not okay with that. Like,
That's kind of like when I at my job, it's weird. We have like soup out in the open that customers can like just take from, and they have like fucking roller. They used to have roller grilled hot dogs, what I thought was weird. Anybody can pick up a hot dog and go and like put it back, or anyone can like eat from the soup. Well, I've seen that a couple times. I'd remove the soup, call them, like tell them, you can't do that shit. But it's
that's
fucking
gross.
gross. I think a lot of the STDs in this country came from dirty gas stations. They'd almost have to. I don't think anywhere else. I want to blame dirty gas stations from all that shit. Like, nope.
That's too
And I'm not
funny.
saying all gas stations are dirty. I'm saying like you got roller grill shit and all that shit out in the open where people can just eat out of it with a fucking spoon. And 9 times out of 10, you're so goddamn busy. Nobody can watch that shit all the time. They don't hire enough
Yeah.
people in those places. So, did you know that there is actually a ramen restaurant, or a few of them, really? There's one in Ohio or West Virginia, in West Virginia, Wheeling, I do believe. It's a ramen noodle place I was just invited to today. So, somebody must have known that I have a Pastafarian on him. I might like ramen.
Nice. Yeah, I there was one in Toronto that I went to, and it was really good.
It was really good. Do you eat,
Yeah.
because you are diabetic? I'm sorry to bring that up, but like with you
Hmm.
being diabetic, do you find it hard to be a Pastafarian because not dairy, fucking gluten and shit and all that's been found to not be good for diabetes due to the sugar content. So do you have to like make up for it
Yeah.
with like?
So when I eat anything, I always try to like up the amount of vegetable that I put into something.
Oh.
So then, like, I don't know, my spaghetti will even have like celery and onions and mushrooms and
So
like
like if you eat like a cheesecake, you like throw a couple pickles on top so that it's like evens it
I
out.
don't eat cheesecake, but yeah.
That's fucking
Sorry.
gross. I don't, I don't wanna,
I know.
fucking cheeseburger cheesecake. Make it happen. Don't make it happen. You make it happen. I am punching you where you smell funny. Like I'm not
Oh,
playing.
Jesus.
I will smack you in the armpits if you make something that vulgar.
Don't smack me in the armpit.
I'm not, but don't make cheeseburger cheesecake. I'm gonna have to come for you. Like I'm not gonna hurt you or
Say I
nothing.
have hairy armpits. I'm one of
That's
them
hot. Tell me
people.
about it. How
Yeah.
long are your hair? How long are your hairy armpits?
How long are they?
Yeah, like
I have not shaved since 2018.
I'm proud of you for
So,
that kind of growth, though. Like
thank
I'm not
you.
like like I love it. It will bring good health. Pink's hairy armpits will bring you good health.
There we go.
I never understood dudes that they're like, ew, when a woman has hairy armpits. Motherfucker, you have a beer belly and a small dick. What do you bring to the table? Like talking about
Well,
women's hairy armpits.
armpits tend to not be a sexual thing for most people, so
Yeah, I'm
it's like
not
I
fucking
don't
an
really know
armpit.
why it matters.
I am
Like,
not fucking an armpit, not even in the dark. If I,
yeah,
if
like
I turn on the
nobody's
light
gonna
and my
do
pee pee
that.
is in your armpit, I am slapping somebody. I'm not into I'm not into armpittle. Like,
All
look at me.
natural, right,
Can I
Curry? Yeah, I'm
you
just
think
like,
I you think
fuck it.
I you think I can judge somebody's hair? Look at this shit. I look like I identify as an ape person. Like that's what I do.
Yeah,
Like what the fuck?
you're
What
like,
are you
I
talking
might
about?
be closer to chimpanzee than pirate.
Yeah, like that's why I'm kind of trying to blow a lid off of your. I'm not trying to like say that your religion's wrong or not, but look at me. Like, is this noodly appendage just hairier in some places?
Well, technically, like, you were touched by his noodly appendage more than I am.
I'm not into that. I don't like being touched by noodly appendages. Like, can I like? Can he not like? That sounds like I've been assaulted by the noodle
Do you
man.
want to be taller?
Oh no, we're going down this rabbit hole. What? Why would I want to be tall? Like, why are you asking this? Where are you going?
Because the more he touches you, the more you are pushed down to the ground. That's gravity, basically. And midgets are his preferred people, and they are put up on a pedestal because they are so touched by him that they are small.
Are they like put on that pedestal so they can just see you eye to eye? Is that, that was a fucking wrong joke. Sorry. Oh, wow, you guys cover everything. You guys cover every fucking
Yeah,
corner. What about a
right?
strudel noodle?
There's there's so much in this book. Like I didn't even have time to read, like reread.
Oh,
I
you don't practice your religion. Well, you're not supposed to. You don't have to or
yeah, we're
whatever.
not really supposed to, but
There's other
um
religions or couldn'ts or shouldn'ts.
but there's arts and crafts in here. Um
I love arts
like
and crafts.
to make a stencil of the fish.
Bro,
Uh,
there's what is the fish? The whole thing about fish.
it's a pirate fish.
Oh, I thought like
And
the flying
then
spaghetti monster was kind of like when I first heard it, I just thought he was like your guys is like Cthulhu.
No, like he's like the creator.
So can you recite your fucking prayer? Because that's my favorite thing about you guys. What is your
Ooh.
prayer? Do you remember it?
Not off by heart. I was like, you have to let me find it in here.
I have it.
Do you?
Of course I do. I might have problems because I'm thinking about becoming a Pastafarian. You've talked me into it.
Nice.
The prayer is our pasta, who art in a colander. Drain be your noodles. Thy noodle come, thy sauce be yum, on top of some grated parmesan. Give us this day our garlic bread, and forgive us our indulgences as we forgive those who make reality TV. And lead us not into vegetarianism, but deliver us some pasta, for thine is the meatball, the noodle, and the sauce forever and ever. Ramen. Carrie's in the audience trying to stretch us.
Beautiful.
I don't like. I'm down for everything, but like the noodly appendage thing is like way too Catholic for me. I don't want to. I don't want to be touched.
So in the back of the book, it has the pirate fish.
Is that another? That's another logo for you guys. Are you getting any of this tattooed on you?
Yeah.
You should get the flag.
I should. I should
Yeah, get
get
the flag.
the fish. And then it has like a cut line on here. And a smaller one, and it says share with a midget friend.
Wow.
So you can give them a little fish.
I don't know if that's like. I don't know. Convert them to Pastafarianism. Do this is some obscure ass shit. I'm way too medicated for this. Too
No,
much
too
sauce.
much sauce.
Have you considered this religion to be like the only one you can really relate to because of your love for pasta, or is there other religions that you was before this, or how long have you been doing
Uh,
this? Like, what's going on?
so I was raised Roman Catholic, and
Ramen
so
Catholic.
Roman Catholic, um, and I was until I was about 13 or 14, and then I left the church. And then I shared with the homeless man today. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm proud of
That's
you,
great,
Carrie.
Carrie. Yeah.
She's amazing.
Um, she is amazing. I love her.
I love her. I
But
wish she would come on. There is actually a link in the description if you want to join us. Good. I'm sorry.
oh, that's okay. But yeah, and then I became atheist, basically. I'd like very slowly, like I was agnostic for a bit. So if anyone doesn't know what that is, that's where you're like hopeful.
Mhm.
You're like, I hope that there's a God, but I don't know.
I'm
And
just
then
not
all of a
certain.
sudden you're,
That's like
yeah, and then
purgatory
all of a
of
sudden you're
religion.
like, you know what? Fuck it if there is, because it's like AIDS, cancer, all this shit. Like, fuck that. This is
I
just my
mean,
opinion. This is not Mike's or Pink Socks, but but shit,
I
like
I
it makes
welcome
me mad.
all I welcome all people to talk to me as long as they keep shit respectful. I don't care. There is no topic off limits with me. I'm tired of the whole fucking cancel culture bullshit. Whatever. I don't think it's
Yeah.
real. I think it's fake. Like cancel culture is something we made up as a society and we just agreed with because well we didn't necessarily agree with it, but like we as a society is like oh that's a thing. No, it ain't. Cancel culture is not fucking real. You want to know real cancel culture? Look at comedians in the past days, man. They got fucking arrested for shit. Nobody's getting arrested for nothing.
Yeah.
No podcaster's getting arrested yet. So
Yeah.
fuck that. Continue what you were saying. I'm sorry, I went down a rabbit hole. We were talking
I don't
religion
even know what I
or
was saying.
pasta. We're being molested by a noodle. I don't know what we were talking about.
Oh, right. I became atheist, and then I discovered the whole pirate. It's pirates versus ninjas a lot on the internet.
I've heard of it. I've heard of
So
that thing.
I've been asked by like ex-boyfriends now that they said I have to ask you pirate or ninja. And I was like, pirate. And they're like,
And then
oh
they broke
my
up with you.
God. No, they were like, yes, we're pirates. He was not my type though, so I was like, bye. After 7 years.
I love
He was an
pirates.
ass, but yeah.
I do love pirates, but I love my ninjas.
Mm.
So I
Yeah,
love.
but pirates are what we're from. Like Carrie.
Oh, look who joined us. Okay, does Carrie have any questions? Is there anything you want to talk about, Carrie?
I'm trying to put you guys in my ear.
Oh, put me in your ear. Put me wherever you want, whatever hole.
Yeah, stick me in that hole.
Right?
Welcome to
what she
Pink
said.
Monarch Podcast. There is nothing off limits, Carrie. All I ask anyone that comes on here is just be respectful.
I try to be respectful to everybody, but everybody
No,
can't
that's
take a
something I
joke.
gotta tell everyone.
I appreciate you telling me the rules. That means no showing the tatas. No.
We're still on Facebook and shit. Once we go over to WPod or find another platform that doesn't censor, I don't give a fuck what you do.
He says, take your teeth out and show a real woman.
Oh man, I actually, I'm not gonna lie. There's this girl that like I'm friends with or whatever, and she has no teeth, and I really want to try it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
There's no
I
harm
want
in wanting to find out. There's absolutely. How do I
Yeah.
to.
get rid of this 4 box? Do I just push that X? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh,
Carrie, did you have anything
what?
you want to talk about? You have your own company you want to promote. I'll let you do all that. Go ahead and have the floor. If you have any questions for Pink, the Pastafarian stuff, or you have anything you want to promote, go ahead right now.
I'm just trying to get over my ravioli right now. Okay. So I have a plastic colander that's my favorite. All right. And it's a little red one. In fact, I did some vegetables with it. So I played with my colander today. But my favorite one to strain my pasta is this big, huge silver one that has handles. So then that way none of that water that touches the drain touches my new pasta, no ass water
Yeah.
touching, anything in the drain's ass water.
So,
Oh.
Carrie, are you a Pastafarian?
I, you know, I am a fan of pasta, but I can't go that far. You know, sometimes noodles are just weak and they break, and then they shatter. And then if you overcook them, then they're soggy, and nobody likes a limp noodle. So,
I mean, that is true about women. Women don't like them limp noodles. I don't know. I don't like.
No.
I love noodles, but not that kind of noodle. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So
I'll
check it out.
rigatoni it. I'll hold it. It'll hold up.
People that are denying this religion, check this shit out. They have. Let me make it a big screen here. Not my big ass head. They have a website. Flying Spaghetti. Well, actually, no, it's just spaghettimonster.org, and they have like sightings of the flying spaghetti monster.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
look at that. That has to be him. You see that
Oh,
shit? That is the
most
flying spaghetti.
definitely.
Yeah.
He's there. He
When
is.
I've had my fair share of spaghetti. My mother was like the spaghetti god queen. All right. So my father, I'm the oldest of 5, and my dad always knew when she was pregnant because that's all she ate was spaghetti.
Oh damn.
Okay. So, even after it was cut, burned, and tied, every time she would make spaghetti, it was only allowed once a year. He still had to ask, "Are you sure there is no more coming?"
Damn.
That man.
So Carrie, before we go too far down the rabbit hole, I want you to be able to promote your stuff and what you're doing. So if you want to go ahead and promote that, then we can get back to Noodle.
Oh, well, I'm WDH Carey's Kitchen and Art. I'm a mixed media artist, and I'm also a licensed hemp food edible producer. So this is what I do on my downtime right now. I've been doing a lot of gigs here in Florida. I'm excited that I just renewed my food license for 2024 and 2025. Actually, say hemp food. So I'm excited with all that and where 2024 is going to bring me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey,
I am
thank
so
you.
proud of you. I'm so proud of you because
Yeah.
it's hard to make it out there in your own business, and I'm always proud when friends make it
You
because it's
know,
not easy. Thing.
I mean, you don't want to know about the $17,000 credit card debt that's there, but it's like your first years are always like, it's like you got to start somewhere, you know.
Carrie,
Yeah.
you know what you could do? You can just wait, and then that becomes somebody else's debt.
I have heard your motto on this.
That's literally what billionaires do. They just wait
Right?
until it goes to collections and they pay less on it and say fuck it. Like,
It is terribly how things are corrupt that way. That
yeah,
the banks are federally owned. People go, oh, but we're supposed to be federally insured. Nah, they're federally insured with our money. You,
yeah,
Hmm.
we're not
fucking
federally insured.
wild.
They're federally insured. If they closed tomorrow and said, like I went to Achieva and tried to put money in the bank, um, you can't put no check, you can't put no cash in the ATM. All right. It's President's Day. You can't do that all weekend. And places anymore, a lot of these banks are getting to where you can't put cash in the ATM no more. And
Yeah,
it's
I've seen one where you
ridiculous.
could.
You know, I don't want to swipe a card. You don't need to know everything that I buy. Okay.
Hmm.
But did you if you really look into the nitty gritty when it comes to that, is that's their end goal? Look at what Facebook is doing, or Meta, or whatever you want to call it. They are literally buying up social media platforms to continue to censor or push their own agenda.
And that's it. The whole censoring of a freedom of speech. There is no such thing. When nature's not free, there is no freedom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just when you're not allowed to collect your rainwater and you're not allowed to buy seeds to grow vegetables and you're not allowed education to grow your own food, that is control.
Did you
You
know
know?
that? Did you know that in 1969 the U.S. government was trying to make marijuana illegal for the first time, and they deemed that it was against our constitutional right to make a plant illegal, and they did it anyway in 1970.
Well, do you know why there was the big alcohol boom? I know there's a word, but I can't think of it. But you know what I'm talking about, the whole moonshine rush. All right.
Yeah,
Now, see, when automobiles became so people that made moonshine could put gasoline in their cars because the cars would run on the moonshine. So then the government broke down on the bootlegging and had to put a stop to the alcohol. They had to say it they had to put that cover. Oh, everybody's drinking too much. No, it was about the gasoline company not getting, so they wanted you to put petroleum in your car and not the moonshine. Do you see
you
what
know
I
what's
mean?
weird? You know what's weird but terrifying? The fact that moonshine is literally damn near the same thing as gasoline. It's
Yeah.
fucking-
Yeah, ethanol alcohol and isopropyl alcohol, they're all, you know, and then it's like some are from corn, some are from, it's crazy how you can make the alcohol, you
Man, the
know.
alcohol. That's why I don't drink that shit because I see what it does, man. That's why I quit drinking Coke because I saw this video
Dude,
It's this person that put a fucking coin in a thing of Coke and just left it sit there for like a few hours, pulled it out, and it was completely clean. It ate everything off of it.
I'm telling you right now, if Coke will eat the battery acid off your car battery,
Yeah.
Coca-Cola will take mold out of say you had a blanket that was up in a closet and you found all this mold in it, you know nothing will take it out. Put it in a washing machine, add a can of Coca-Cola. All the mold will come out. It's,
Like, God damn it,
it's
that's not a drink. That's some Satan shit. What the fuck is all
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
But you want to know the number one? All right, so you know when you have a hangover the next day, and you can get the head kind of queasy. You know, everybody likes these little Bloody Marys, but not everybody can drink tomato juice. Literally, go get you a can of Coke, not a can, a bottle of Coke. Can't be can; it has to be a bottle because you need that extra fizz. So what you do, and you take small sips, and that gas from that Coca Cola will settle the alcohol in your stomach.
Really?
Yes.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't know that. There's a lot of crazy shit out there like that though. So I don't discredit it or anything because it's true, man. There's a lot of weird, eerie fucking shit that like product that we thought does one thing can actually do another. That's like I used to clean the kitchen that I worked in. I used to clean it with Dawn dish soap. It eats fucking grease. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
shit eats grease. Like it's
Well,
That's
it's
what
made
they
for that.
use
But
on
like, why
animals.
can't Dawn? Yeah, but Dawn can get grease off a fucking pigeon or whatever the fuck's covered in grease, a
yeah,
duck,
it's safe.
whatever.
It is
Yeah.
very
They can
safe.
take grease off. They can take grease and oil off of them, but they can't take fucking spaghetti stains out of a Tupperware container. Like what the
Oh,
fuck?
no, no, no. Okay, let me explain something about that. Okay, it has nothing to do with what you cleaned on the outside. Just like painting a car. When you're putting bondos, you have to feel for the little pits. So, because of us microwaving and using plastic, what we don't understand is that it breaks down every time we use it and we ingest little pieces of plastic. So, that tissue is stiff. So, that tomato sauce is all up in there. So if you would take a paper towel and put one little drop of soap and a couple drops of water and throw it in there, and then close the lid and shake the fuck out of it, it'll come clean. It won't be red
I
no more.
love you for that because I was just trying to be funny and you actually answered my shit. You like answer questions that I think is funny. You're fucking.
I'm a half a
You'd be a
century
great
old.
audience
I
member.
better
We need
know
to.
something, okay? Even if it's stupid things, okay?
I was in the comment section of some song. It was a what was it? Song of the South, I think, by Alabama.
Oh
And
yeah,
the first
song.
comment made me laugh because what the first comment was I'm here because I'm old as fuck. That's it. That's the only reason. That's it.
Mhm.
Can we partake in the devil's lettuce on this show?
You do whatever you want. I don't give a
Oh,
shit anymore.
It's like I have. Oops.
thank you.
You're
I'll
allowed.
have
Yeah,
I don't ask.
you're
So,
allowed.
well, I didn't know what the terms of the regulations were, and I'm
I
a
don't.
partaker.
I don't know what they are either. I'm just gonna do the shit, and if videos start getting taken down, I know why. That's
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, I've watched a lot of YouTubes, and and there's always partaking, but I
fuck.
just
It's
never
legal
know.
now. Like it's legal now in most states.
It's like it's got my prescription on. It's like you don't need to know my numbers, but it's got numbers. Okay.
See, I find it weird that like people view weed still in a negative light nowadays. Like it don't make any goddamn fucking sense. Like they have a fucking alcohol bar at the fucking Ohio Capitol building, right? But we can't smoke a joint. You can
What
get fucking
kills
shit faced and make laws.
what kills me is that you have all these what do you call them, legionnaire places, these old I can't even think right now. I'm trying to fill this bowl and talk at the same time. What do you call them old places where all the vets and everybody hang out? The
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 VA,
the No, they have
The
these little halls,
Legion.
the Legion
yeah,
halls and
the
all this,
Legion.
and
I
then
always
you got the red hat peoples, and then you got all these little bitty groups that they all have. There's not a sheesh. They can't sit and sheesh but most of the guys in there all sheesh, and they all go into the back, and they're sheeshing out back, but they can't sheesh inside, but everybody can be drunk as hell as they want, and it's acceptable, socially acceptable to be falling over, grabbing your other patron's woman's ass or whatever, but it's
I
not.
don't mean this.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. I don't mean this in like to be an asshole, and I don't mean this to go after certain people. However, the problem with this country is alcoholism and
It
alcoholics.
is. It sure is.
Point blank. Period.
It's because
Like
all of life and still today, when time gets hard, where does everybody go?
Mm-hmm.
to
All
our
right,
They
favorite
want to
gateway
drink.
drug, alcohol,
they don't show smoking on TV. There's no more commercials. All right, but we still see Budweiser.
because Budweiser pays for the NFL games.
Well, but But you but do you see what I mean? There's still things, the sakis and this and that, I haven't watched real TV in a long time, but you know what I'm talking about.
We need
We get
to have a stoner NFL, a stoner NASCAR. Like we have to like fucking have a bunch of dispensaries and shit donate to this NASCAR and have the first stoner NASCAR. Man, what is up, Dustin Page? Love you, brother. If you want to come on, we actually have a link in the description. But
well,
like, we need that like
I'm pretty
sponsorships, I guess.
excited. Did you see that post that I put in the Discord about ganja leaks and how Christians for weed, Christians for cannabis, stood up and had their say against True Leave about what was going on with the hemp industry. And that event that I'm doing here soon, the Canna Carnival, at the end of March. So Christians for Cannabis is actually going to be there. So that's like just blew my mind because you know how we think about
Yeah,
things one way, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, come with us, brother and sister." Fist bump. You know what I mean? That's like
I
I'm gonna tell my daddy he can come on now. I wish
I
it was
love
that
that for
easy.
you. And by the way, for all you guys, fuck you, Facebook, because I'm going to say it since you have blocked me from posting it. I'm going to fucking say it. Here soon, we're going to have like the Cannabis Carnival and a bunch of other shows on wpot.live. Go eat ass, Facebook. Um, they blocked us from saying it. They blocked us from saying it.
Did they just now?
wpot.live. You're not allowed. Not now. We're still on live, but like they blocked me from posting wpot.live and everyone.
Oh wow.
Um,
So it's what is it? W F F U F B. I think it was. What'd you say? Dot live. I don't know. There's another link. F U
there
F
is
B.
another way.
FUFB something. I can't remember now.
I don't even fucking know. But WPOT Live is going to be live here soon. So check that out. We're going to be doing what, Facebook shows and shit too?
Yes,
Podcast
from what I'm understanding.
until we get our app. And that would be awesome. I can't wait for that app. And I'm glad to help you guys. Um, I don't mind helping, but I love collaborating more because together we can make it big. We can't make it big separate.
No, we're stronger together.
Yeah, but
100% stronger together.
Mhm.
But a lot of issues I see, and I'm not like talking about anybody in particular or anything, but it's an issue I see within like certain groups and stuff is when somebody collaborates, one person wants to overcome the other person's art instead of being a collaboration where they help you, you help them, not, this is mine now kind of mentality.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like when you come into somebody's kitchen, you just don't come and start telling people how to make their potato salad.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what do you want me to put in this? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We all know we're having
Or
potato
constructive
salad.
criticism. Like your potato salad could use some mayonnaise or however you make your potato salad.
Oh,
And
right.
like,
You know,
because I want
or
constructive criticism.
I always ask people, have you ever tried black olives in your potato salad? You know, a lot of people's like, what? I go, it's a game changer.
Have
I
you
do
tried
Yeah.
dill
green olive?
pickles.
Dill pickles is a thing. I have to have dill relish and sweet relish in my house because I'm more of a dill pickle girl. But when it comes to tartar sauce, you need sweet relish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, my
definitely.
potato salad, we put
And
relish in it.
capers.
We
Yeah.
put
Oh,
relish
I'm not a
in.
caper girl.
Oh,
Have
I
you
love
ever
capers.
have you tried green olives in your
I
potato
love
salad?
green olives.
I love
I've never tried it like that, but like definitely
I,
in a macaroni salad.
if
I
it
have never tried it in my potato salad, but it would definitely be interesting because it would counteract dill. So if we to put green olives in the potato salad, we definitely wouldn't put the dill relish. We'd put the sweet relish to counteract that sour. Do you see what I mean? To balance that and give that the, the I don't know. Don't ask me those
what I
fancy
think is
words.
cool though is like the whole putting olives in potato salad. That's a thing that they do in like Greece and shit, like over in the Mediterranean region. They put olives and tomatoes and shit in their potato salad sometimes.
So my first and only husband and ex-husband, he had two moms and two dads. So that was my first time dealing with separated family because my mom and dad were still. I was one of those lucky kids. You know, they hated each other and broke the windows, but they were still together. You
I
know,
think that's more toxic than just not being there.
I always said it took them 21 years to fall in love, and then as soon as he learned how to dance, then they loved each other. Because then he took her out dancing every Saturday.
Aw.
That's fucking awesome. So
And it
fucking
was, yeah, when I turned 21, I used to live in Humboldt County where Seed Squatch lives. I used to live right down below him in that little trailer park.
shout out to Seed Squatch. Seed Squatch is fucking. I love that guy.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's awesome.
He has great music. Like guys, go check out Seed Squatch, man. He's on
Uh,
Spotify and he's
I'm
like
gonna tell
everywhere.
you, and what is that called? What is that R word?
I can't say it. Oh
Oh,
no,
we're not.
wrong one. So, sorry.
Oh, it's Deezer, not an R word. It's Deezer. Deezer. Go find him on Deezer. I said, yeah. So Seed Squatch, I'm just amazed. So I got the honors to see a back of the house album, right? So I got to listen to 13 songs, and I was totally amazed. You know as well as I do that when you listen to somebody's CD, we don't usually hit with all songs. It's like we hit with 1, 5, 8, and 12. You know, it's never 13 songs that you can just jive. And it doesn't matter which melody he changed it. It was just, I was like, I'm feeling this shit. I'm really feeling it.
I can't wait to hear. When's it released? To the public.
Oh, I do not. I want to say that's around April. March or April, the end of March. I don't remember that exact date now that you put me on the spot with that. I want to learn to
Sorry.
have a speed shoot right here with you.
Well, I'm kind of, I guess you'd call a journalist, like an obscure journalist, but I'm one nonetheless.
I just know that it was ironic that I got on here after you guys were doing this because I really just sat and watched this episode with Ryan about the Pastafarian, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And I said, "Yeah, I was telling you, my dude was just telling me about this 2 days ago." So we watched the whole episode on it.
What do you think of it as a religion?
Man, to each its own. Do I think it's a mockery of religion?
Of course.
Yeah, but you know what? Religion has been a mockery of itself for so long that
Yeah.
I mean, touche is all I gotta say.
I'm
Touche.
sorry, but if you're offended when somebody mocks your religion, then maybe you should question your religion.
You know, I come from sixth generation Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh shit.
We knew how to say every book of the Bible before we knew how to write our names. And they used to dress us up like John Benet Ramsey, and they still do dress up all the girls like little dancers and prance them door to door to preach their word. So,
Are you no longer a witness of Jehovah? Like, did you like
no,
finish witnessing him, or are you?
I've never been baptized. In fact, when I married my first husband at the age of 16, the witnesses wouldn't marry us because um, Jason Jason was baptized. I wasn't baptized, but Jason needed to go into pioneering, which is that door to door stuff. So you have to do so much of that, and so we were going to get married anyways, and so we hired a Pentecostal preacher for $50 to come to
Jesus,
the house and do the ceremony.
that is fucking cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start doing weddings though as a Pastafarian though.
There you
I'm gonna
go.
show up with a strainer on my head, bro. So I got something I want to show you guys. You guys know I'm a bit of a fuck, and I mean that in a positive way. But I did something recently. I was decking out my computer. I'm like, what's my background gonna be? So without further ado, let me show you my background here. Let me put this away. Let me go here. Hold on. I gotta fix things up. You guys are handsome. Look at that.
Yeah.
So hear
I
me
like
out.
I love that mirror image like that. That's just beautiful. That's called eternity.
What do you think of this? Can you see it?
Yeah, how it just keeps going and going and going. Eternity.
Oh no, it's not working. Okay, my background wasn't working. Whatever. The background on my phone is like these older ladies eating ice cream very seductively. And
Mhm.
I did that because like what are you doing staring at my screen if you get offended by it or you don't like it? Like it's your own
What
problem. I
you've seen the
mean
but you've seen the butter I made, right?
I love the butter you make. I've never tried it. When are you gonna send me some?
Oh no. Did you not see the little butter that I made?
Oh yeah, the little what is it, little vagina butter?
Yeah, the little vulva. Yes, the very detailed one.
Show me your vulva, not your car, but your vulva. Not yours, but like the butter vulva.
The butter vulva.
I'm gonna catch charges just by asking you to show me fucking butter.
Oh, that was so
Shit.
bad. I'm trying to turn on some lights around here. Let
Buttery
me put
vulva.
this
That's gonna be the name of my first band. Buttery vulva. Look at that.
That's funny.
wrong.
Too
I'd eat
good.
it.
Yeah.
I'd eat it.
Doesn't it
That
just
looks
make
more
you
like
want some butter?
a fucking vulva butt plug. That don't look like butter at all.
So, and this is clarified butter, by the way. It's clarified, 100%.
It
You
looks
know,
very
Mhm.
clean.
I took all the milk fat off of it. You
Oh,
know,
so that's not a fat vulva. That's a
hey,
fat
that
free vulva.
no. It doesn't. No, I said milk fat. It's not fat free. That is just milk fat. It's basically I took all the whey off of it.
Oh, so it doesn't weigh nothing.
You know, I did make
It's
the.
still fat. It just don't weigh.
So I found this. I found this recipe today that only takes 3 ingredients. And then all it is 2 eggs, a yellow cake mix, and 3 bananas. And you have a banana cake. And then I topped half of them with pecans and the other half with chocolate chips.
I want to try that. I
Mm.
have a recipe that only has 3 ingredients, Carrie. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I don't know if you've heard of this, but it's
Oh, I
that's
like
the
a
extent of
PB&J.
that's my extent of cooking and baking. Like you're
I'm going
amazing.
to
You're
tell
making
you
like
right now, do not, whatever you do, if you make a PB&J quesadilla, don't bite into it at the beginning. Just hot lava. Just warning.
that's kind of like a hot pocket. Like you bite into it and it's like either lava or it's still frozen.
Well, you know
There's
them
no
really nice quesadilla makers people always get you somebody at Christmas, and it has them already pre-divoted. So you just lay a tortilla and you just put whatever. So you can take your tortillas and I'd slather peanut butter on one side and slather jelly on the other and put some bananas or chocolate chips or whatever and then stick them on top and you close it. Hot lava, the jelly is hot.
Hey, Carrie, we're doing a show about eating ramen noodles. We're too broke for people to be giving us fucking quesadilla makers and shit.
Okay, I can teach you how to do some stuff with ramen noodles, okay?
Like, have you had what's it called? It's that thing that they make in prison where you put it in like a Ziploc bag and it has like hot dogs in it and shit.
Okay, no hot dogs. But I know if you got to feed 3 kids and you only got 1 pack of ramen noodles and a can of mixed vegetables, you got homemade cup of noodles. Blah, blah.
I
It's
saw this
extra.
video. It's this woman I saw. She has what's called. I think she's like the ghetto cook or some name like that on YouTube. She makes like gourmet recipe replicas with ramen noodles. Like she made ramen noodle stir fry one time, and she's like,
Mm,
"This meal only cost me $15 and it feeds fucking 20 people." And I'm like,
yeah, yes. Now, there was a black lady that was doing that, an older black lady that was showing people how to make meals with $5 and then feed a whole family of 5,
"Might have been the same woman."
It, it's amazing. I love watching things like that. I love watching people thinking outside of the box. We don't always have to go buy this big fancy prepared meal. Today I went to the
Yeah.
farm. I went to the farm market and they always have a discount basket in the back, you know. And
So
next thing you know,
Carrie,
I got all kinds of veggies.
I can watch like like those kind of cooks, but I can never watch like Gordon Ramsay because every time I watch him, it makes me want to like come or get scared, one or the other. Like I
Well,
don't
my deal is that you can't cuss at your people while you're working with them.
no.
When you're causing that much stress and that much tension on purpose and making people work under that much pressure and that much stress just tells you one how underpaid those cooks are. Very,
Yeah.
very, very underpaid. What cooks have to go through. I used to be the manager of a Denny's. The pandemic took my job. I run an Auntie Anne's pretzel and a tropical smoothie inside of the mall in a kiosk inside the middle of the food court. No walls. I got to hear everybody's sound, everything, and still handle my customers and my crew. So it's a lot.
Damn.
People don't. And then you figure I made $17 an hour back then. By the time I got my bonus, my cost of goods and everything, I probably made $20 an hour back then. And then the pandemic
Mm.
shut us down. And then when the pandemic shut us down, now everybody else is making $15 an hour. And they're like still wanting to pay a store manager 17. And I'm like, I'm not working for just $2 more than the employees,
What
you
don't
know?
make sense to me is these workplaces act like $17 is a lot in today's economy.
Yeah.
Like that's not. I actually read an article the other day. If you was to set it to an affordable wage and only have to work one job, it is $20 an hour that equals minimum wage of 10 years ago.
Yeah. And then
And I
this
get it,
whole
mom and
crap,
pop's can afford
and
it.
the whole crap that full time is between 28 and 32 hours. That's bull crap. Okay. Full time hours are 34 to 30, up to 40. But usually you schedule your employees 38.5 because you always allow for overage. People that schedule their employees for a straight 40 are always bound for overtime. If you schedule your employees for 38.5 because every employee has to stay late either 15 to 30 minutes because customers just show up. A
You know what I
truck
think is
just
bullshit
shows
too?
up.
You know what I think is bullshit too? These employers, and don't get me wrong, I'm happy to take breaks or whatever if I choose
If I
to.
have- Right.
But But I don't think we have long enough lunch breaks to begin with. However, if I don't want to take a lunch break, why do workplaces force you? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's not a law. There's no law in the United States that requires a lunch break unless you are under the age of 18.
The reason why they make you take it is because they have you for 8.5 hours, but they make you break. All right. So when you take a break, when you notice when they strategically don't let you take a break at this time and they'll wait and wait and wait and then go, okay, break time. It's because they're watching their hours and their cells going by the hour. Okay. And so once your cost of goods or your cost of labor starts exceeding with this hour, you need people off the clock. So you being off the clock for 30 minutes and then coming back when it starts getting busy again. It's just, it is a metaphor, but it's about running business like that. And it's crap.
Also, in corporate companies, the reason why they do it in corporate companies too is they don't want to pay you for your full time there. Fuck that. You should be paid if you're there.
Well, and that's
30 minutes is not long enough. 30 minutes is not long enough to drive home, make a meal, eat it with your family, and then go home. That is not long enough.
Be this. So I used to work for Simon's Food. It's a debone plant. It's a chicken debone. You have a 30-minute break. All right. So when that horn goes off and it's time, and you take it and put all your knives in there, then you have to go to the water and wash all the chicken off your plastic that you have. Soap, water, wash off. Right. Then you take it to your and hang it. Then you go to your locker, you get your food, you wait your turn for your microwave, you microwave your lunch. While that's microwaving, you're chugging down a cigarette if you're a cigarette smoker. And by the time it's out of the microwave, you're eating and smoking another cigarette at the same time because it is 10 minutes till, and now you got to go back to work. So that means that you have to put your stuff back in your locker. You have to be completely dressed, back in your smock and gloves, exactly on that 30 minutes. And if you're not back there in that 30 minutes, you're docked.
You want to know what's interesting? I've heard that story, but you know what's interesting is in Greece, it is actually a 3-hour lunch break because that is enough time to go home, make a meal, eat it with your family, and then come back to work. Because that is what lunch breaks are designed for.
Right. Well, it's just like look at kitchens. If people was to look at a refrigerator from the 1950s and 1960s and about how the shelves would swivel and this and that, and it was utilized for a woman in the kitchen, or how the cabinets were built, they had dropped down sugar and flour. All this stuff was all accessible for a woman to cook. But when they started, when it was what, 1960, in the late 60s, early 70s, when they wanted the women to go to work and start helping support the family, you know, that's the whole deal. The whole house went to modern. It's not made to compromise the home of living. Now it's just made you to move faster. Okay, you just got to get prepared meals because you don't have time to get the flour down and get everything out and just make all that mess. You
So
know,
like the industry of I
processed
forget the
foods.
exact processed foods is the ones that made the homes not worthy of pretty much eating in or preparing in because it's harder to find shit.
And then they poisoned us.
Fuck, that
They
makes
po-
sense.
they poisoned our water, and then they poisoned us with processed foods. And
That
then
sounds to me.
what they make us 80s kids? We're all latchkey kids. You know, you got a whole generations of Gen Xers that are latchkey kids that bred the next generation of semi latch kids, and then the entitled children.
It
Because
seems to me though that like the way that you just described it kind of makes sense because it sounds like it started off like kind of like a sexist reason where women want equal rights. We're just going to take away all the shit in the kitchen and then just poison everyone.
Well, and make the woman work all day long. And now a woman, well, she has to work 8 hours at work, serving whoever she does. And then when she comes home, she has to look good for her husband, go in there, cook a meal, get the kids' homework, do the laundry, do the dishes, and blah, 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 blah. Because if the woman wants equal rights, she's going to prove her way and she's going to earn it all the way. Just because she works doesn't mean that she gets slack at home. It wasn't
See,
until what was it, 90s, 2000s when dads really started participating. I mean, I'm not saying all dads didn't, but you know what I mean?
well,
To
man,
really.
you do have some douchebags like Andrew Tate or whatever that think women should still be barefoot, naked in the kitchen, but like
I
that's
mean,
like very cool.
my daughter's married to one right here in Florida. Oh, cowboy. You know,
That's a backwoods mentality.
they believe women have their places.
I mean, the only place that a woman has and a man can still do it is doggy style. I'm just kidding. If you're into
But
pegging,
I don't believe a man should own a woman and a woman should own a man. I think they
it's
should
equal.
always be side by side. That one is not better than the other. Okay, because what I am not strong at, he is strong, and what he is weak at, I am stronger. You know, that's the way you have to look at it when you're with your partner.
Yeah, well,
You
Yeah.
that's why
know?
I'm single. 'Cause a lot of people view their partner as like an ownership. They're like, "Oh, you can't talk to this person. You can't do this. You can't do that." Well, fuck you. Then I won't be with you.
Dude,
Like, I'm better.
I say hi to everybody. I stopped and gave a homeless person a drink because that's all I had. I didn't have no cash, but I had some extra ones, so I gave them to him. You know,
Karen,
the
you know what drives me nuts is these
what?
people in relationships now. I get messages from insecure men. They're like, "Don't you know that me and this girl's together? Or, don't you know this, that, and the other?" I'm like, "I don't give a fuck about your girl's sex life. You message her. Leave me the fuck alone. My sex life is nobody's business to begin with. But like, don't leave me out of your relationship, bro. Even if she is cheating with me, it's none of my business. It's your relationship. Like, leave me the fuck alone. Leave me out of it. I
Well,
have no dedication to nobody."
well, it's like with me and my ex now. You know, if he has, you know, the first thing he said was, "Oh, there ain't somebody else." So that's the first seed that goes in your head. You know what I mean? But then after you start thinking about it, you're like, "Well, I'm not going to go box her." And if that's what he wants, you know, when you love somebody enough, you'll let them go, right? So you just
Amen.
want
We're
to.
raw men.
I mean, ramen. Oh hell, the
No.
noodles.
But
Oh hell, the
it's
noodles.
it's weird to me
I
is
mean,
people are so insecure that they're like, well, if she's going to leave me, then blah, 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 blah. No, be happy for her. You once loved this person. Sure, it's not with you. That's like
you know,
I had an ex one time that left me for somebody else, and it wasn't that I was mad that she left me for somebody else. I was mad that she lied about it. That's what pissed me off. And
right.
then she turned, like, don't lie about it.
Why lie and be deceitful? You know, if
And
it's
then
over,
claim you
it's
want to be
over.
friends after. How can you be
You know,
friends with somebody who don't trust you?
no,
Like, like if you're going to cheat on somebody and they find out later on, how do you expect to stay friends? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. I mean,
well,
I live.
you got to understand that I was a baby mama at the age of 17, so you know, and then
Well,
I was a single baby mama at the age of 18.
I've
So
never been a baby mama.
it's not all that. You know, it has its up and downs. I mean, it has its glories. I have my badges and I have my scars.
Darling, don't say you have your up and downs because those up and downs is what got you pregnant.
No, a 69 Roadrunner did.
Oh my, tell me about it.
Oh, Denisha? Oh, yeah. That little girl, she was conceived in Humboldt County in the back of a 69 Roadrunner.
That's a sexy car. I don't blame you. I would fucking
Yeah.
one. I would, but I think if I was to be like conceiving anyone, if I had to choose a conceptional vehicle, I think I would do it in like an RV or like the
El
back of a Beetle,
Camino.
El Camino, no Beetle,
Okay,
in the back
girl,
of a Beetle or a Gremlin.
my daddy was an El Camino man. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
They,
love El Caminos.
they were named uno, dos, tres, cuatro, yeah, ocho. He named them all. They were
That's
every one of
funny.
them.
I have a friend. He was obsessed with town cars there for a while, and those are some sexy cars too. The Lincoln Town cars, especially the older models.
I drive a
They're
Ford
very nice.
Escape now. Okay, I'm square. Dimitri's my sobriety baby, so I wanted to make sure that I was the football mom and I was that, you know, I wanted to give my kids what I didn't have. You know, my mom and dad never showed up at a basketball game, you know, all that kind of stuff. I wanted to be that mom that at least tried. And I tried to play 3-man scrimmage with Nisha with the tree, but she couldn't grasp the idea that she and I was going to do the figure eight and the tree was standing still. Okay, you just bounce the ball off the tree. Bounce the ball off the tree. She couldn't get it. Okay,
You know what's weird as fuck, Carrie? This is a weird thought. You said a Ford Bronco is what you have, correct?
no Ford Escape. I'm
Or
sorry.
Escape. Ford Escape.
Yep.
Sorry, that's what I meant. It used to be we had Ford Broncos, but due to the whole O.J. Simpson case, now they're called an Escape. That is that's fucking hilarious. That is goddamn hilarious. That is great. Isn't that weird?
That was a good one. Good point. Good point.
Like, what
I
the fuck?
hope we don't get sliced up, okay?
I don't know if she got sliced up, but the glove fit, man. They should have that with the like Charlie Sheen like case. Because did you hear he's getting in trouble for like giving people AIDS or something?
Well,
Oh,
good,
did
because
he?
if he knew that he had AIDS and he knowingly had sex with somebody
Over
unprotected
50
and
women.
didn't let them know, that is he gave them a death sentence.
Well, I don't think any
Yeah.
of the women got it, but I think he admitted that he hooked up with over 50 women after he found out he had it before he went public.
Yeah, but you know as well as I do that it'll take 10 years before it'll even show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can have AIDS and not know it. And so now, any person, every 51 of those, will now be taking one of those AIDS prevention pills that you always see that there's something else, the pharmaceutical made up, that's going to
See,
tell everybody, you know.
AIDS is a very like 80s disease though. Like there's not a whole lot of people that like
Well,
that I've known that have had
because
AIDS.
of the ignorance of white politicians, and I'll say it just like that. Okay,
Yeah,
it's the
Ronald
old
Reagan.
bigot ones. So
Ronald Reagan.
they
Ronald
really
Reagan actually said in an interview. Ronald Reagan said in an interview. I'm sorry to interrupt, dear.
no.
Reagan said in an interview that I don't know if it was an interview, but he said it like something. He said that and I'm going to paraphrase this a little bit. He said that he isn't going to do much about the AIDS pandemic because it's going after the right people, and then it started going after white straight people, and that's when he started doing something about it.
Well, it wasn't so much him, it was somebody, I can't think of the name, because their exact phrase was is it was going after all the gay men.
Yeah, like
Okay.
to them, the
So
right people.
okay, so yeah, and it was very distraught until I guess a family member's wife or daughter, somebody and a politician wind up with the AIDS. And then that's how it became, hey, the women are going to get infected. Do you see what I mean?
That's just so like bizarre. You know what's really bizarre about these diseases too? All these STDs. Do you know where like most of them derived from?
Oh,
Animals.
Humans fucking other animals.
Yeah.
well, you and I all know that because and there's so many testimonies of so many of these countries of what they do with bestiality, and
Yep.
it is insane. Okay. And what people don't understand about the human body is one, just because a woman can have intercourse with another man doesn't mean that her chemistry, that her hormones of her that come out of her estrogens don't always mix with all men. Did you know that some women can actually be allergic to other men's semen? It just
Maybe
blew
I'm
this
not gay.
fucking
Maybe
mind.
I'm just allergic.
You know?
Like, I ain't gay. I'm just allergic to cum. That's.
I mean, but that's crazy to think about it. But when you think about it over your life, if you've had more than one partner, you'll know that certain partners have certain smells. All right, because they just do. You know, everybody has their own pheromones.
I'm allergic to nut. I have a nut
Sometimes I
allergy.
feel, he says, sometimes I feel like a nut, and sometimes I don't.
So you mean to tell me you are what you eat? Like if you're eating something that your partner is allergic to, it could come out through your semen and she's allergic to your cum. So does that mean your cum is always her allergy, or is it until it is out of your ball sack, I guess, or your system or whatever
I
you
mean,
call it?
that would be a good thing to look more into because it is really true that children, when they drink the milk of their mother, what their mother ingests, you know, can either
Yeah.
upset like the baby's stomach. Like if the mom ate enchiladas or spaghetti or whatever, and that baby's not liking how that settled up in that
Like,
milk.
if you're
It'll,
allergic to Kevin's spunk, you should look at his food diary and be like, "Hey, I'm allergic to peanuts. Could you not eat them like a few weeks before we do this?" Maybe
yeah.
you're not allergic to his nuts. You're just allergic to what he ate.
Well, I'm just saying right now that if you are highly allergic to peanuts and you got a friend that you go down on or are intimate skin to skin, you better make sure that that motherfucker doesn't have nothing to do with nuts. I'm
Right?
just saying.
Like peanut allergy is the worst, but a nut allergy, if you're like into like that kind of thing, like swallowing and shit, that's got to be horrible. I
I
would
met a
assume.
gen- I met a gentleman last week that needs an EpiPen for spinach.
Could you imagine having to pull out your EpiPen because you sucked the
That's
wrong dick?
crazy.
Could you imagine? Could you, could you imagine having to carry around an EpiPen and be like, "I'm gonna give you a blowjob tonight, honey." What?
Oh my god, that would be terrible. Oh my
Every
god.
time you get
Funny.
down on it, you got to use your EpiPen. That's a fucking
Mm.
expensive blowjob. That's.
You better hope like hell she doesn't get lockjaw because have you seen somebody having the reaction? Sometimes
Yes,
people seize, okay? So you might want to think about this. This might be a
she
Rick and Mortar Bobbit thing.
she'll bite your dick clean off. Like, oh, you
Yeah.
just unlocked a new fear. I don't like blowjobs anymore. Like, I don't.
The next thing you know, it's going to be called a Black and Decker Pecker Wrecker.
Oh God, you just gave me. You unlocked fears in me I didn't know I have, and I have a scar on my penis. Like, I don't want to have a big ass scar where it got bitten
But
off.
you know, NWA said they're a good thing. You know, it says it don't matter, just don't bite it.
I've had my dick bitten by a woman's beaver. You know what I mean? Like, her vagina bit me, and it left a scar.
Well,
Vagina dentata.
Well, the sad part is that it was a foreign body inside of the vulva that decided to lash you like it was Darth Vader
Like,
and
I
told you,
must say that wasn't my worst sexual experience, but it wasn't my best. Like, that was not my shining moment.
I mean,
I'll
at
tell you
least you
that.
got your Red Wings.
She got hers. She got hers, bro. I was on my period that night. I fucking like my dick looks like mini me. Like I'm like, come on out of there, mini me, and like just the two of us. Like we can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Your brown eye. Come on, sing along. Just the like, like this is some. This is why I love podcasting. Did you see the video I posted earlier today?
Oh, honey, I've been in my own. I stayed busy today instead of staying in my fields. You know,
I've been in my
That's-
feels a lot lately.
yeah.
Like,
Right now, the fields are like fucking you, bish.
well, my thing is my feels are kind of weird, dude, because like you can choose. Your brain is like a great instrument where you can like, but it chooses to fucking hate itself. Like, what kind of morbid bullshit is that? Like, your own brain is like, hey, did you know that like this is gonna happen? And I'm like, it's not happening yet. Yeah, but you should worry about it. Well, fuck
It's,
you. Like
it's,
you chose that. You made up that thought.
it's like I tell people, I don't need no help sabotaging. I do it all by myself.
What's weird is
You
the
know,
human brain, at
give
least
me
mine
20
does.
minutes and something will come out of this mouth that somebody's going to go, oh my God, not again.
My brain, you might be able to agree with this, Carrie. My brain will latch onto a thought and like think about it too much, but then like I'm like, wait, I have other thoughts in my head. Why am I latching onto this one that's negative? Like, why can't my brain like be like, oh fuck that thought? It's fake like everything else in your head. Like it just fucking latches on like a goddamn leech, man. And it's this time of year, always. It's like that. Where are you going? Why am I looking at your earwax? Like what are you doing, Carrie? You got candles in there.
What is it,
Some,
Valentine's Day that makes you think of that, or?
no, somebody's hollering.
Somebody's hollering. I feel like I'm watching fucking say the fucking movie. What's that movie? The
Paranormal
fucking
Activity.
no, I feel like I'm watching the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
Lennox, come on.
Carrie,
Come
I'm
on,
leaving
Lennox.
this on because I think we're seeing
No.
some shit.
Okay.
Don't go
So, no.
outside.
So look,
I
he
feel
was
like I'm
in,
watching a horror movie, Carrie. Don't go outside. Don't go there.
he was in my window.
That cat scared the shit out. Oh, you had me scared. I thought I was watching like the Blair Witch Project or some shit. I
Well,
thought I was going to get
it,
canceled.
it sounded like the Blair Witch Project. Did you not hear that? It was like, wow, wow. Say hi to Sir Lennox. He's like, fucking me.
Hi, how you doing? Oh, that's a cute kitty.
He is. He's handsome.
That's a beautiful pussy you have there, Carrie. That's
Thank
a,
you. He's really, he's really mean and feisty too. Look at this. See, he has his own little corner. It's like, hey,
oh, that's
this is,
awesome.
yeah, this is how you do this. You build the cat house in the closet. So, and he has his food so the dogs, doesn't steal his shit.
Yeah.
And that's what you do.
Fuck yeah.
You want to see a piece of art while we're in here? I made this. This is made of toothpaste. It's not done yet.
That
Toothpaste takes
is
a long time to dry.
that is weird. That is weird as fuck, but cool. Like I love that.
It's a Mike Nizzy thing. He kind of did a toothpaste challenge, and then he told everybody fuck that shit because it really sucked. And I was like, I know.
I'm still going to do it though. That's what you did.
So
Yeah,
I tried
I
it
think
too. So far, I think mine's pretty cool. Most of it's dry. So let me get out of his room. Look, grizzly bear.
oh, he's out.
Uh
Wow,
huh.
I hear the snoring through the computer.
Yeah.
Man,
The man
could you
saw a
imagine
blood.
in the future? Could you imagine in the future they have like smell-o-vision and movies and shit? Could you imagine that?
And see, the cat woke up the queen. She's like, "Did you let him in?" Okay, mom.
So, hey, Carrie, you know they
Yes.
have these 3D movies and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we release like 3D porn, like dodge and cum shots, like The Matrix? You're like sitting in the theaters, like, oh shit, fucking no, fuck yeah,
Well,
fucking
they
wild.
do. I mean, I think it might be feasible because you can rent the whole movie theater for $100. You didn't know that.
Yo, Pink, we're doing a 3D porn theater.
These kids, I didn't know that because of COVID. Not everybody wants to go to the movie theaters, and for $100, you can have the whole theater to yourself, drinks and popcorn. And I was
That's
like,
cool as fuck.
really? Really? We get the whole theater, nobody else in here?
My mom told me she went to this theater. It was the 5D theater. I'm like, what is it? Just a play? Like what the like there's actually people there or whatever. But no, apparently it was like they set in this thing that was like a roller coaster, and they put on a
Oh,
VR headset, and they're like moving with the movie and shit that's playing. Like it's real fucking weird, and like they're wearing these goggles that's 5D. They skipped a whole D for this.
Have you put on a set of those VRs yet?
I like them, but I don't like the one that I was wearing. Like they started off, it told you how high up you're going, and you're looking straight down. That scared the fucking piss out of me. I thought I was gonna like wreck into an airplane or something.
Okay, so my son only plays them army games or what, first
Oh, the
person
game.
shooter games, you know. So he put me because he has I don't know, the handles, all the stuff. So he puts me in it, and I get those, and I go. He says, "You see your perimeter," and I go, "Oh, that's cool." So it tells me not to go past the bed. It tells me not, you know what I mean? All this kind of stuff. I was like, "Oh, okay." That was pretty cool. That was pretty
I
cool.
I fucking love it. I love the shit that we talk about though, like because we are a bunch of crazy fucks that love to talk about shit. And I love that the fact that right now I am staring at Carrie from like the nostril down. Like I love that.
Right.
Like she looks like the opposite. She looks like the opposite. Oh, hello. She looks like the opposite of the neighbor from Home Improvement. Like instead of seeing from here up, you see from here down.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you can see me slouching, but you're on this table, and if I stand up, you're like I at my woohoo.
Oh, I mean, I don't mind. I
You
don't.
know, talk a little louder. Will you talk a little louder in the mic, please?
Oh,
No.
I love that your shirt.
Oh, it's
Yeah, the
skulls.
skull.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
you
little
are one step
pirate
closer.
theme.
You're one step closer to a Pastafarian. They believe that we did. Have you been listening about like what they believe?
You're being
I
touched by
wa-
Snively appendage.
yes, I was listening. I mean, I'm there. I'm there. I just said sometimes it's a little too saucy, and sometimes the noodles are soggy. I'm just
No,
saying.
I was just wondering. Did you hear us when we talked about the pirates at the beginning? How
Well,
they
yeah,
believe we
and the
took
little
apart?
different fishes for the
Yeah,
pirates, the little fish markings.
yeah. That's,
Yes.
I love that shit. You should make edible noodles, like edibles ramen with like your
Okay.
butter, your
Oh,
vulva
So
butter.
yeah.
I need to find this little cutter that's gonna cut out little goldfish. Because I found this little recipe to make little goldfish.
How do you make your goldfish? Or is it a secret?
Oh no, I haven't made them yet. So I just pulled off cannolis this last week. So I made my first Sicilian cheesecake.
Oh, I love Sicilian cheesecake. Do you know what Sicilian cheesecake is, Pink?
No.
It is made from what it is.
Hi, Elon.
How's it going,
Hi,
Doug?
Elan.
Elon
I
is
was
here.
invited. Sorry about that.
No, you're
You're
fine.
good.
No, but
You're good. I
seriously,
just want you to know. I just want you to know we are actually live on Facebook and YouTube, and we are recording. So,
Okay, so I'll try to use as many cuss words as possible.
you're
yeah.
allowed. I'm just letting you know. There's no limitations. You're just. I
Hell
want
damn
you to know.
shit.
There's no limits? Oh my
I mean, we're
gosh.
on Facebook. I mean, we might get kicked off, but fuck the establishment. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them saying like you can't call a dude by his real last name. Fuck that.
What? Wait, what?
Nobody
Why
being
not?
I cannot call him by his last name because I'm racist according to Facebook. Like that's his last
Oh,
name, bro.
dude, Facebook banned us earlier. It's okay because you know what they're called? It's called
What?
Meta, right? The name of the business that owns Facebook is called Meta, as
Yeah,
in metadata. They're
I could
telling
have
you
told you
straight
that.
up. They're telling you straight up what they're doing. They're not even fucking messing around. They're like, we are the
Yeah.
metadata collectors. Give us your fucking soul. And we're like, okay.
Well, that's just
I
like
can,
if you want to be a business, you have to pay $14.99. Okay, but once you get verified, because I got verified on Facebook and Instagram, and once you're verified, you're censored all the time.
Oh my God. So to get verified, was it like a prostate check? Because like I have to go to the doctor tomorrow.
No, it wasn't that bad, but the $14.99 is not worth it.
Hell no. 14. Give us 14.99 and we'll still fuck you over.
Well, see,
Wait,
because
give
what's
us
the point?
They keep telling me that I can't be monetized. I can't be monetized. That my content is not original, and that my content always goes against community standards.
Oh yeah.
You know what I say?
They closed my store down.
You
I
know
know
what I
what you
say? I
say.
say fuck the community standard.
No, I know what you really say. You say, "Bah, fuck me."
It is
I don't have
fucking
a
stupid
Facebook,
though.
man. We used to. So I don't care if this is live. This is actually they can't really do anything about this now. But when we were in government and I became management, we actually there's a back door in Facebook at the time, and we actually we had full access to everybody's everything. Like even stuff you deleted, we could see what you deleted years ago, and we
Right.
would look at that before we would hire you because of
Shit.
clearance checks. So we
Well,
actually all that bullshit they tell you they don't really do, they really do. Like there really was a government backdoor for us, and I
yeah.
used it. I didn't really. I was part of the fucking system.
Well, from what I understand, even though they say that, when they did that whole reset where they deleted everything, they didn't really delete it. It's still there. Okay. They can still, you can go back and access it, and it's there.
Yeah, and actually,
You know,
I think it's hilarious that people think deleting things actually delete things. It doesn't. It just it's like if you were to go to a book. This is how deleting works on a computer. If you go to a book and you go to the very back page and you scribble out one of those indexes, hey, this word was on this page, and that
Yeah.
doesn't delete the data from the book. It just doesn't let people know what page it was on.
so you mean to
Right.
tell
Doesn't
me
delete
that the
anything.
government knows that I watch weird porn? That's nice.
Oh,
Oh,
But
yeah.
dude,
they deleted it.
They
the
know
AI
everything.
system. I
Why
don't
do
even
you
hide it.
think they built
I'm
smart TVs?
I've
They
had a
built
clearance
smart
for
TVs so they get
25
better clean.
years, and I've seen some weird porn, but I don't even hide it. I'm done. I'm done
I
fucking hiding
want them to
because I know
read.
they already have it.
I want them to read aloud. I want them to read aloud my Google search history at my funeral, and I want it to be done in the voice of Morgan Freeman because I think that'd be fucking hilarious. They're like, he was
You either
into.
get busy jerking or you get
Okay.
busy dying.
I'm going to tell you right now. I found the greatest things ever, and I told I need to write this down when I die. I need a flash dance mob coming through, dancing to another one bites the dust, another one down, another one bites
Kelly,
the
Yeah, we
dust,
need. I want a party for mine.
and
you
then
know what I
and
want?
then and then once the song's done, I need everybody to get a text message from a blank screen from my phone that says it's really dark in here. You guys gotta open that door.
You know what I want to play at my funeral? I
What?
want my funeral song to be da dun da dun da 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 dun da dun da dun da 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 dun da dun da 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 dun.
and then just kill it right there and be
Da,
like, is
da,
he gonna pop
da,
out
da.
or what? Is he coming? Is he coming out?
And I want a spring-loaded thing underneath of me just to scare the piss out of everyone. Just
Oh
fucking fling
shit!
me out of that casket like Weekend at Bernie's, bro.
Oh
Just
man,
Oh my goodness.
fuck. I want a Pastafarian funeral. What is that?
that is one of those
Pastafarian
things that
funeral.
I used to love as a kid. Did you get when they want the kids to shut up at one of those concerts or at a fair? You give them one of these
Oh,
things and they'll look at it. It's a little fiber
That's what
optic
you give
layer.
people that's tripping on acid.
I
Just
just went to the
yeah.
most beautiful wedding ever, and she got married right at sundown. And so then that way, when she was walking away, we all got to light these up and flicker them as she's walking away with her husband. It was beautiful.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
that is
Yes.
Marriage,
amazing.
love and marriage, love. That
Love
was a good
and
show.
marriage. I've was engaged once. I've never done the whole marriage thing. I've never understood marriage really myself,
Yeah, because you
but
didn't do it.
I didn't do it. Well, I got engaged, and that's when the relationship fell apart. So I'm like, that was
Yeah, that's
pointless.
marriage.
I
You just figured it out
just
faster
spent
than I did.
$2,000 to break up with someone.
Yeah, you just did it 10 years faster than I did. No, actually, I actually still love my ex-wife. She's really sweet. it was one of those things where we decided, like, we realized that we were at just different places in life, and like we had no fights at all. Like, I mean, like, we talk all the time. In fact, sometimes we'll get lost on conversations on the phone for like hours. It's really nice to still have that with her, but like, nah, we're both moved on and stuff like that. She's got her new boyfriend, which I actually like. He's a really nice guy. It's kind
That's
of nice to
cool.
be able to feel that way about, like your ex, because that way, plus we have 2 kids. My kids are 18 and 14.
You don't want to see what my ex just told to his daughter. His daughter's on her way to Australia, and then
Sorry, guys, my shit cut out.
he had the nerve to tell her that she was a waste of semen. How do you tell that to your daughter?
Wow.
That's fucked. What I missed? God damn, it went kind of.
Well, no,
Right.
No, we were talking about getting along with our exes.
Oh, yeah, I just said that. My ex. We were talking about the whole marriage thing, but we just went separate ways. But we still like really good friends. We talk all the time. We joke all the time.
Oh no, me and this girl I was talking about, we're friends now. It was bitter at the time, but we're friends now.
Yeah. Cool. There's always a space period like that, but it's really cool because my kids are 18 and 14, and like, it's now life's boring. Before you're like, what's gonna happen to them? Are they gonna be okay? Now it's like, well, it's your fucking problem. You're 18. Get the fuck out.
Shit, man.
But basically at this point, they don't even want to talk to you. I mean, they'll talk to you, but they're just like,
my son stayed home until he was 20.
The car. No, you can't have this and that, like blah blah blah, this and that, and you didn't do your homework and this and that, and you got an F. I fucking hate you, Dad.
Wild. Hello,
Elon,
I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to interrupt the story, but is there anything that you wanted to promote before we forget? Because that's why I bring people on sometimes.
Oh, yes.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
No, I don't want to promote anything. I hate promotions.
Okay.
In fact, I want to promote that I hate promotions.
Bro, I'm going to start a company called We Hate Promotions.
No, it's
we're gonna.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We Hate Promotions is going to be the name of my new company.
What do you don't want to have promoted? It's going to be the question. We hate promotions. So what do you don't want to have promoted?
Oh, nothing particular. I just wanted to banter and have some fun. It was one of those
everything.
That was our banter. That was our fun. Yeah. That's our joke.
I thought it would be fun to be in a room with a bunch of smart asses and just be like, hey,
you are here. You're in the realm of smart assery and fucked up, bro, because like I've had some pretty interesting people on this show, man, over the years, and there is going to be past episodes airing on wpot.live. The shit that I've seen and I've experienced on here, I'm blessed, and I'm blessed to have you guys be a part of the future journey.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm honored.
I'm so thankful to you guys and anyone that's ever supported or have followed me. With that being said, though, I've had fucking like some cool people in here.
Although I do have one issue with what you said.
One issue?
Who the fuck said I liked your show? Stop assuming shit, man. I came on here to bitch. Man. And then I'm starting to like it now. It's pretty good now, since I'm here. Although, dude, you have more chest than I do, and I'm jealous.
Check us out, man. Like, I'm gonna donate it to like bald people in need. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna donate this to bald people in need because look how I can like donate it.
That's actually it's fucked up because that's actually more than me. I've never met anyone that had more chest hair than me, but you actually have more. And
I have back hair. It looks like devil's wings. Check this shit out. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys.
It didn't happen.
Oh my god, I love the unicorn.
Hold on, check this out, guys. I got what the fuck?
I don't know, but you're getting hung up over there, and I'm looking at poo blood and honey. What is poo blood? What is poo blood?
Poo blood. See, I thought you were going to say porn, and then you said poo blood, and I'm still not sure if it's not porn or not.
Oh
What are
my
you
God,
talking
he's a damn gorilla. Look at that.
Oh,
I
that
bet,
dude,
I
just
bet you that
grab
itches
your
like a
back.
motherfucker.
Do what I do. I just reach back there, and when it grows, I just rip it out, like literally, just like depilatoриze my back.
Oh
Of my
hell no! My daddy would bring us the hair clippers and go, look, get rid of the angles.
I'm
No, I
I'm
literally just rip it
sorry.
out. When I see it, I just
I'm
rip it out.
kinky, but I ain't that kinky. You know what I'm saying? I am
Yeah.
not that kinky.
I'm
Look,
You're
I'm
getting to be a disappointment here, Mike.
yeah, I was like all impressed before, but now like I think I don't know. I think
I'm
somebody
getting,
else's
I'm
dick
kind
might
of
be a
getting.
little more important to me. I
you're
met
getting
Seed Squash today.
disappointed like
I think
most of the
maybe
women in
I'm
my
falling out of
life.
love with you. You walked in right in the middle of that. Was hilarious, man.
So, guys, I'm starting to get a little sleepy tonight. So, is there anything you all want to talk about before we go? Any questions you have for our lovely Pink? She is a Pastafarian. Do you guys have
Favorite
any questions?
pasta?
No,
Hold on. Rotini or yeah, which one? Because I like rotini since you're a pasta one.
My favorite are called radiators.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't find them anymore,
Oh
but they're
man.
fucking amazing.
Okay, I know. Yeah,
Right.
oh, I know what you're talking about too. Yeah, I haven't seen those in a long time. My two favorite
Mhm.
was vermicelli and rotini.
Okay, nice.
Rotini is just like the sauce and the cheese clings to it so well.
Mhm.
And then like yeah, okay, Radiators, awesome. I remember there
Yeah,
used
I
to be
love
like a
radiators.
Chef Boyardee can that had like something similar to that. There was a shitty version, but it was like Chef
Yeah.
Boyardee, we shit in a can and it looks like a radiator.
my mom
Oh,
worked for a place called Ken's Pizza back in the days, and it had a sister store named Mazzio's. It used to be like one of those first pizza gaming places back in the '80s, early '80s. And they made a pasta that was a rigatoni, and it's the big pastas with big pepperonis and sausage, and it was
Mm.
beautiful.
Oh,
Mushroom.
you can
well,
actually get radiator.
Ramen.
You can actually get radiator pasta from Amazon.
Oh,
Oh, he
really?
found it for you.
I found it.
and it
I
only
actually
costs
found it. It is available on Amazon. It
it's
it is actually a pack of 20. It is 62.32 for a pack of 20 of them.
Oh,
Like
God.
20 packs. So it's like 20 pounds of spaghetti. It's like fucking who the fuck
Wow.
needs well, you are a
that'll
Pastafarian.
last a
You do
week.
need 40.
All I can tell you is you better start dry packing it because weebles are real here lately.
Just boil them.
Yeah.
It's protein.
No, do you know what I mean by weebles?
Yeah, yeah. I hate like there's a few times where I got Jello packets out and they came out. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah,
I'm
so
saying
it comes
Jello.
from grocery stores, if they don't if they're not FIFO in their stuff and if they're not cleaning their cabinets when there's a spill, you know? That's
It's JELL. Oh no!
mm-mm.
But
I know I opened up a package of oatmeal
Jeez.
one time and I was devastated.
I probably would have ate them anyway. I've been
No,
like,
when
"Bitches, you're in my food. Now you're my food."
you know what's crazy is they can get to the little boxes of noodles. But if it's Kraft macaroni, that box is impenetrable. You notice that? Impenetrable.
Mmm,
I mean, I could
macaroni.
penetrate it.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but for how
Yeah,
long?
she did.
And would you be able to finish? I
About
mean, would the pasta be done when you were done?
Are you
I
an
know.
al
yeah, I
dente
think
pasta or you a, a medium or you a soggy pasta?
I'd
Me?
say
uh,
medium.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like somewhere between al dente and cooked. because as you eat it, it slowly softens up anyway, so you kind of get both.
Yeah.
Al dente, isn't that a member of guar?
Well, when I cook pasta, I like to take it out of the water when it's just a little al dente, because the steam of the pasta, when whatever you're cooking it in a sauce, if you're gonna go, sear it in another sauce, if you're doing Alfredo or whatever, you're recooking it again.
Yeah.
And then if your sauce is hot and you put it on there, and then you got double heat, and then you overcook your pasta. You ever notice that when you go back and you're like, damn, these noodles doubled in size?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know what's crazy?
What I like to do is I just put my finger in, and if I get a 2nd degree burn, it's al dente. If I get 3rd-degree burns, it's ready.
Oh my God. We're not allowed. He's not allowed to cook. He's not allowed to cook.
No, I was actually trained by Italian chefs, is like that. So like the whole pasta thing and the sauce, like, how dare you? Like, yeah, they're pretty. They'll slap you. They actually got slapped once. I put oil in the pasta to try to keep it from sticking, and he just slapped me in the back of the head.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, no, you don't do that.
When I worked at Taco Bell, they, the fucking cinnamon twist they got?
Yeah.
I used to like the old ones.
The cinnamon twist they got is actually, it's deep fried spaghetti rice noodles.
Yep,
that's all they are. Deep fried
rotini.
rice noodles.
It's rotini.
Yeah,
it's rotini pasta. In fact, I actually watched somebody make it in front of me. I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
with cinnamon powder. That's it. That's all. So it is. It's
That's fucking
wild.
brilliant.
Whenever I first
made
it,
crap, that is fucking brilliant. It's like
if
popcorn.
you watch that black lady that I was telling you about, she did an episode where they just took some of those pastas and then fried them up and put cinnamon and sugar on them.
Yeah.
The rotini
pastas. Could you do me a favor, Terry? Here in the future, I'm going to start playing videos on here and shit. Could you send me that video, that series, if you can find it?
Of popping those noodles? Yeah, I gotta find that.
No, of that black woman that does all the recipes.
Oh yeah, she does all the low budget recipes. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can look her up, that'd be fucking.
I'll have to try to find her. That's where you go and flipping through reels again. Going, oh yeah, save her now.
That's a big thing about podcasts now. People don't watch podcasts anymore. They watch the reels of them, like the short clips.
Yeah. I'm guilty. TikTok made me into a 30-second girl. And then then all of a sudden they gave people 3 minutes and then they said 10. And I'm like, I don't want to listen to nobody for 10 minutes. I'm swiping.
That's kind of part of, I'm guilty of this too. That's part of our short attention span as a society anymore. Like we're just like 30 seconds.
What were you talking about? I wasn't paying attention.
I'm just going to tell you right now that Android changed our lives. Once we got an Android and realized that we can watch TV and drive at the same time. What? I can scroll YouTube and be in a car? What? It became a real, and then when I would go turn on my laptop, I'm like, dude, are you awake yet?
You want to know what's ironic as fuck?
What?
Okay, I got pulled over one day, and they were trying to say I was like texting while driving, which I wasn't. But that motherfucker, had a laptop next to him. Like, I'm not allowed to text and drive, but you can have a whole ass fucking laptop next to you and drive. What the fuck is that shit?
Yeah, and have you ever seen the guy that's doing 75 miles an hour and he's looking at whatever's on that monitor? Because they can't have tinted windows in the front.
So, okay, I got to tell you, this is a real story. This is actually, this is pretty old school. But so talking about the whole screen thing, my dad had a 1986 Fiero. I'm not sure if you know what that is, but it's basically like a shoe wedge painted gold with a fucking 4-liter engine in it or something.
Isn't the Fiero the car that they quit making because they kept catching on fire? Wasn't
No, it was similar. They did terminate it after 4 years. They're just like, it's a goddamn death trap. And the rest of us driving are like, duh. What? Now you're gonna fucking take my car away because it's a death trap? This was like, I just got used to this shit. Anyways, so I would go to work with him. He would drive all the way from Albuquerque to Santa Fe, so it's like an hour drive. And he had this old-fashioned black and white TV, like the big old box TVs with the antenna on it, and you had to change the stations with the dial. And he had it velcroed to the dashboard. And we would both watch it on the fucking hour drive to Santa Fe. Like, I mean, so yeah, dude. I mean, maybe we didn't have cell phones back then, but that motherfucker was still watching TV while he's on the road. I mean, like, man. In fact, I bought the car from him, but he took the TV. I was all pissed. I wanted. By the time I got, he's like, "You ain't fucking driving with this thing." I'm like, "Bitch, you did it." He's like, "Yeah, I know, and I'm not letting you do it."
See, I think cell phones are a great fucking tool. They're a great fucking tool, but I think what's really depressing about them is the fact that, like, you can film anything now at your fingertips, which is great, but it's bad for, like, comedians and shit, because people are now saying this comic's an asshole for not wanting to bring a camera. No, they're working on a stand-up comedy special that nobody will buy because there's a bootleg version on fucking YouTube and everything else.
You know what? That offends me, Mike. I'm going to sue your ass right now.
Do it.
Well, I'm just saying,
is that a sexual advance? Are you? Oh my God! I'm going to sue you. That's.
Do it.
Oh.
Do it.
Oh my God!
I'll do it.
I just know that Mike is a lot right. My little brother is a comedian, and he loves to do improv. And he did this improv school, and McCurdy's Comedy right here in Sarasota. You know, they've played some of the most famous comedians here. My little brother gets to go there and tell jokes. You know, so it's pretty cool. But the same thing is that you can't take no cameras. I mean, you can take your cameras in there, but you got to turn them all off. You know, you got to have respect. It's all being recorded. You can look right there. It's being recorded on the top of the screen right there.
Enjoy the fucking moment, people.
Yeah. You know, I don't want to see your phone in there. I don't want to see all the flashes, and I didn't get to hear the joke. You know, there's just so many distractions when other people have their phones and they're turned on.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it does drive me nuts a little bit, because like, I'm fine with, like, you take out your phone, you want to take a picture too, but I don't like even going to a concert and they're filming. I'm like, it's gonna be somewhere. Like, don't, like, enjoy the moment. Like, do you really want to remember life as a fucking cell phone? Like,
and then I'm like, what phone is that? What model is that? Oh, I want one of those. And then I forget about the concert, and I'm all about the phones all of a sudden.
It drives me nuts though, seeing so many phones. Like, I don't mean to sound old as fuck or whatever, but like, enjoy the moment. Like, we're all gonna die eventually. Do you want to remember?
Don't tell me what to do.
Do you want to remember your life through a cell phone?
Yes, because after all that alcohol, I probably need the cell phone to help me.
I do appreciate Google Photos.
What did I do yesterday?
If it wasn't for Google Photos, I would not have pictures all the way back to 2006 at my fingertips. I'm just saying.
I keep deleting my
photos. I agree with that. I agree with that statement. I wasn't saying anything about that. I was meaning, like, people that film entire concerts instead of being there and in the moment. Like, enjoy the show. Don't, because 9 out of 10, when you're filming, you're looking at the concert through your phone.
No, I think you misunderstand what's happening. They don't care about the show. They're just there bootlegging to sell that shit tomorrow.
Well, you know, like my bestie just had her wedding, and I probably did, you know, Ryan was like, all you did was film them the whole time, Carrie. And I'm like, whatever, because I went around filming everybody else at the party, because you know how when there's a wedding, nobody ever takes pictures of everybody that was there. It's just the bride and grooms. And it's like, oh, I wish we would have had pictures of all this interaction. And I just
I I guess I am kind of a hypocrite because I used to do that. I used to film concerts and shit, and I still like I'll film moments of my life because I'm a podcaster. I mean, it's kind of like you should be doing content, but it's a double edged sword, and I'm kind of iffy about it because I do spend a lot of time on my phone and shit. But as a society, we really shouldn't.
But I do agree with you. I mean, we should actually, meet up, have a sheesh, play a game of backgammon, maybe have a cup of coffee, hang
It's like
out.
fuck the phone.
Well, I mean, although devil's advocate, it's easier to be on your phone all the time because I had to spend hours downloading porn back in the day on dial-up, and it's just so much easier on a phone.
That's classy, man.
Left field.
See, when I was young, we used to masturbate to Sears catalogs. You know what I mean? And we used to masturbate to these fucking catalogs, these women in bikini,
Bathing
because our
suits.
parents
We're
wouldn't
just
let us
meditating on
have.
this, okay?
Okay, don't
Let us
lie.
get
It was the Victoria's Secret catalog that you stole from your mom. Just like, but
It
Sears
It
wasn't.
was
was.
good
It was the
too.
Victoria's.
Hang on.
When you
Hang
wanted
on.
the tidy whities, boy, that was the
Let's
one.
get real.
Yeah,
It
but
was not Victoria's
bro,
Secrets. It was Fredericks of Hollywood.
Yeah, yes.
Let's
we
get it
couldn't.
right.
Fucking, yeah,
We
I'll admit
couldn't
that.
get
I
though.
fucking when they came in the mail, I
My
was
thought
like,
is
me first.
we couldn't get the fucking we couldn't get the fucking what is it, the fucking Playboys or the Hustlers, because that would be obvious we're beating off to it. So we'd have to take our mom's shit. And like what's crazy thought is like if you get the nowadays, like all you got to do now to get porn, bro, is you just go on like Sears.com and you just beat
Right.
off there. Like you don't have to do it to their magazine anymore.
Oh man, well, see, the problem was like you'd find in our generation, you'd find the parents' porn magazines, and I found a big old stack, and I was like, yeah. And then you look at it, it's like Beaver Weaver and like 70s stuff, and you're like, oh, I was.
Well, it's like beating off in a time machine.
I thought I wanted this, but maybe I'm gay. I don't want to see this anymore.
Okay, dude, I'm not even going to lie. So
It was,
my son moved out, so I've been cleaning out closets and moving stuff around. And, and I'm on one side of the house, Ryan's on the other. And I found this blue bag, and I open it, and I'm like, oh, no, really? And then I'm like, where are those CDs that were made? Because I remember this era of time. You know what I mean? But I just didn't remember where this bag had been all these years.
I
You know
wish
what
I
I
had
mean?
a sex tape out there, but like it wouldn't sell for shit.
I
It'd be like, oh,
may,
it's over.
may or
What the
may
fuck?
not
Oh.
have a tape out there somewhere.
Well, I had some boudoir pictures taken in Humboldt County. And when I went to Oklahoma, back in the 90s, in 94, it wasn't so easy just to go to the local developer and develop boudoir pictures, you know. And I had took them to my hometown, and a friend of mine worked there, and he was like, "Okay, well, I'm making a set of doubles." I said, "Whatever. I just don't ever want to see them." Right? So Georgie Porgy got these pictures. Well, we're playing Dart League that year, and I almost got women's high CDA. I'm up in the running, you know, and so next thing I know, every time I go to play a game, the captain of the team that I'm playing brings me an envelope with a boudoir picture, you know, because I'm playing against Georgie Porgy, the guy that developed my, because he's going to throw my game off. And I was like, dude, I'd get $5 tips to show the nipple ring at the bar. Okay. So send those boudoir pictures. That's just the way it was. It was so terrible. I just didn't think, I thought it was hilarious that he thought he could shake me up. What is
I
that
want a
that you
belly
just,
button ring. Sorry.
no, I'm going to tell you right now, I used to tease that I was going to have both of them pierced, and then my belly button, and then my hoo-ha, and then just jingle a chain so every dog could just come by and jiggle my chain.
And then your hoo-ha. That's what I call it too. Like my hoo-ha.
Okay, so I have this tattoo.
I
I don't
call
know if you can
mine.
see, it comes all the way up like this.
We can't see
So,
shit.
all right, let's go. So this
All
comes,
right, we got nice boobies there. Oh, look at
see,
that. Nice.
yeah. So it goes all the way around, all the way down. So when I was young, I was going to have a pair of shops done as vineyards, and it was going to have my 6 shooters and 69 as the buckle.
Man,
I fucking love it. I don't have any tattoos. However, I was
I've
thinking
never
about
gotten that.
getting.
I've always wanted Katie to do a cat, spam to do a tattoo for me, but she won't. For some reason, she's never wanted to actually do it. I think she's been trying to like talk me out of it. But
Wait a minute, you guys got virgin skin?
yeah, I've never. I don't. She. I wanted her to design my tattoo, and she's like, no.
My skin
And
ain't.
I'm like,
My
well, if you
skin
don't
ain't.
do it, then I don't want one. She's like, okay. I'm like, well,
Aw.
My skin
all right
ain't a
then.
virgin. My
But
skin ain't one.
what I did instead, as like a protest, is I went and did a drag show instead. I was like, fine, if I'm gonna tattoo, I'll do something temporary. So I did a fucking drag show. Actually, that was a lot of fun.
I will
Um,
say,
I'm like, I was nervous at first, but then like you just get into it, and then like people are like, yeah, just just have fun, and it's actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. That's
This
cool.
It gives you
I
almost a
love
different
drag
perspective.
shows.
Yeah, and they're so much fun people though. They're so fun.
I've never been
I
to a
had a
drag
full
show. I
maxi
don't think.
dress.
been
I
to
think
a
Pink,
what?
Oh, there have some.
it made me
I've
think of
never
it
been to a
because
drag show.
Pink's makeup was similar to mine. Like that's what they did for me. I had like
Nice.
pink and purple and blue, and I had a full maxi dress with a turtleneck and long sleeve, like
Fucking cool.
and they gave me a seat. I still have it. It's like a full. It's a choker, but it's pure like fake diamonds. But it's like it's fun. Like if I was gay, I would have fucked myself that night. I swear.
You sound like my ex-husband 4 years ago in his Halloween costumes. He always
Yeah,
dresses like a woman.
I enjoyed it. It was freedom. It gave me freedom. It was I really
I
enjoyed it.
I
Hey,
actually wore a dress and did stand up comedy for my school once.
That's
there you
cool.
go.
It was a
I
very
would love
conservative
to just
school.
have a drag queen do my makeup. I just want to
Oh,
have beautiful makeup done like that. Just the eyebrows, the flawless face, how they
that's what.
just
Yeah, that's what they did for me. So that's why I
the
was all like,
whole
man, this is
the
cool.
whole contour.
But
I've never
it
had
was
somebody do that.
the
Hey
funniest part
guys,
was
hey
they
guys.
left my chest hair open.
Are you saying it's time
Oh
to go night-night?
no, I am going to end this broadcast though. You guys can continue talking if you want. I just wanted to do a couple final words because we're going on to the 2 hour and 30 minute mark. I think
Oh
it's a
yeah,
good
sure.
time to cut this off of here. So, is there anything you guys want to promote before we get off of here? Go ahead.
No, I think I plugged
Website.
everything I want to. Budweiser. Oops. I mean, I hate Budweiser. Never mind.
Stoner's
Go
Market
ahead.
in Cape Coral this weekend. And then don't forget
Yay.
the garden party in Tampa on the 10th.
Is there
Oh,
Nice.
anything else you needed to promote, like
oh,
your business or?
I got there's a concert at Jack Fort Reggae Nights, March the 24th. It's going to be awesome.
Woo. Woo. So, where can we find you? Your website and all that fun stuff.
You can go to Kerry's.kitchen, KERRIS.kitchen. And then you can find me there, or you can go to my Instagram at WDH_Carrie's Kitchen, or you can go to Carrie's.kitchen420. Either one will take you back to my link tree, and the link tree will take you to my events.
So, what's the DH stand for, if you don't mind me asking?
What the hell?
What the hell? That's fucking cool.
This is my first cuss word. Coming
What
from a
the?
line of coming from a line of Jehovah's Witnesses, I used to go, "What the hell? What the hell?" Mama said, "You can't say the word hell," and I said the words in the Bible over and over and over and over.
My
So,
fucking
guess was
hilarious.
what the heck. That's what I was gonna guess.
nope, what the hell?
So, Pink,
Mm-hmm.
Pink, what do you have to promote?
Vintage Vibes is a 2-hour radio session that I will be doing on wpod.live. It's from 2 till 4 p.m. on Saturdays.
Nice.
That is awesome. Anything else that you're into? Like, are you doing any like thing else right now, or is that the only project you got going on?
That's the only project I got going on.
Where can we
Back to
find you?
sleep.
That
Where
actually
can
sounds
you
creepy.
find
Where can
me?
we yeah, where
Let's
can we
say
find?
Discord under Pink Monarchs.
Woo! We actually do hangouts on the Discord. If you guys want to join our Discord, I will be posting that shortly. You can hang out with us. I'm not always on there, but like you'll find these familiar faces uh, over time, and I just randomly show up from
Yeah.
time to time whenever I can. So come hang out with us. We love you
Everybody
guys,
join us.
and remember, as always, live long, rock hard, and ramen. Love y'all.
Ramen.
Good